This was definitely a fun year. I would have to say that my favorite bit this year is definitely the Halloween episode. By far, one of the funniest ones.
Guys, if you guys are not watching this show on YouTube, you're missing out because we're all in costume. Yes, Rene, who are you?
Jason Voorhees.
Freddy Krueger.
Me and Rene were talking inside the shop one day as we were kind of getting prepped for the whole thing. And we were trying to talk about what our Halloween costumes were going to be. Rene already came up with this idea of what he was going to be, but I could not figure out what I was going to do.
Well, I lied to you.
Why?
I am not a Payday character.
What are you?
I thought it was really funny because Rene said it as a joke. He said, like, why don't you just come as Bryan? That'd be really funny. And the more and more I sat on that idea, I realized it's genius. I should just do that. So I went home that day. It was such a crazy day because I do remember we were recording earlier than we were supposed to. I thought we were recording on a Friday. I think we recorded like on a Thursday or a Wednesday, so that we could meet our deadline. And immediately I read the chat and went, oh my God, in order to pull this off, I have to shave like right now. So I was just like rapidly shaving. Luckily, I didn't miss too much. I'm pretty sure if you look on that episode, I think I have like patches on my neck because I was shaving so fast. But I didn't know how to hide it from Bryan. So I had this old Payday mask that I got from E3 a couple of years back. So I thought, you know what I should do? I should just put this on and tell Bryan I'm not taking it off.
Oh, this is why. Who are you supposed to be?
What? Who am I supposed to be?
Yeah, who are you supposed
Do you
to
know
be?
who I'm supposed to be, Bryan?
No,
I want you to guess.
I don't.
Do you want to know? You really
I don't
Do you want to know?
And then we should just immediately start up the podcast right as we get in. And luckily, Bryan is a moron because he actually didn't question any of it. He came in, he was very trusting, and he just kind of went, oh yeah, no, I get it. Let's do the podcast, let's do everything else. And as soon as we got in, I could not wait to get that mask off because apparently it's not meant to be worn.
Are you a Ninja Turtle?
No, Bryan, I'm not.
Why are you unbuttoning your trench coat, dude? It's kind of creepy.
You know why, Bryan?
Because I'm you!
That's why, Bryan, I'm you!
If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Of just taking off the mask and just seeing Bryan's face of elation, of just him unable to look at me in the eye for the entire podcast because he felt like he was looking into a mirror. So I would definitely have to say that is my favorite bit that we have done this year.
Recording at 12920 Philadelphia Street, Whittier, California, at Undercity Comics. Keeping Up with the Nerds presents issue 146. My name is Rene.
Nick.
It's Bryan.
And welcome to the show, everyone.
The energy's back, baby! Woo! No more Sick Boy Hour. No more Sick Boy Podcast. The boys back.
Boys are back in town. Boys are back in
I
town.
think you gave me one.
Shut your mouth, dude. Shut your mouth. No more negative energy coming from you. All right? Stop being negative Nancy. Negative Nick.
No, that's pretty good.
Dare you? Never negative. I'm very positive.
Okay.
Just never ask me.
All right. How have you guys been?
We've been good.
Yeah.
We've been good. What'd you do? Did you fail to open a monster can right
Are
now?
you serious, dude?
No.
What a loser, dude. What kind of loser doesn't know how to open up a monster
I
can?
opened it. It just slid underneath.
That's
Bent.
an excuse,
No, it's
dude.
bent.
Well, Nick's week starting off.
Yeah, he dropped it.
I dropped it and it bent. So it's all
Nick's
popped
ending
up.
his week as a loser because he can't open a monster can.
You know what?
What?
I love
Love you too, Nick. Now shut your mouth. Guys, check out our website, keepitupwiththenerds.com. Go check out our socials, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Follow us on any audio platform, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and Podbean. And go check out our YouTube channel, Keeping Up with the Nerds. Go subscribe.
Yes.
Go follow. Leave a comment down below. What do you think of the episode? Even though we just started, what do you guys think?
Yeah,
You like
all
seeing
right.
Nick be a loser at the start of the show? Not opening up a monster can?
I'm gonna hit him.
I'm gonna do it.
I swear to God, dude. He's
I'll put a bomb in your
putting
car.
me at the edge, dude.
That's the prank.
The prank is you go bye-bye.
The prank is he put sugar in my gas, dude.
The prank is.
Oh, that is a good one. Can I
Does
put a-
heaven exist? So that's the prank.
Let's find out.
Let's find out.
That's an Addams Family joke. Because remember,
Let's play a game.
Let's play a game.
What
Is there a
game?
God?
Is there a God? Death is funny. Right.
As soon as you said that, I was like,
Yeah, no, I was like, as soon as I said that, I was like, I feel like I took that from something.
who wants to play the victim?
Nick, speaking about
All your
pranks,
life.
Oh yes, pranks. Speaking of pranks,
what's the update?
Oh yeah. Okay, so that was actually pretty funny. So
Oh yeah, that was a great story you told Nick. Moving on.
no, okay, so I didn't do anything all week. I left. No. So I left.
What a great
No,
story.
so I put.
Nick's the person to torture someone to near death, give them a week to heal, and torture them all over again.
No. That's exactly what happened. So he was like, he was calm, didn't
Yeah.
say anything,
Yeah.
everything else. I was in his office earlier today for a parent meeting. So I had a parent meeting.
Okay.
And then as I was in the parent meeting, I was writing Post-it. I was like writing stuff out like I was taking notes.
Yeah.
I wasn't. I was writing Post-it notes. So then, mind you, this is nearing the end of the day. It's around like 4:30. He's already been in his office a couple of times, everything else. I was going to have this meeting outside because my office was being
The day was
taken out.
beautiful. There was no clouds.
It was actually, and then
Temperature was perfect,
he was
75.
being very nice, and he went, "Oh, you know what, dude? You can use my office. Go ahead." And I went, "Thank you." So how did I repay him? I put Post-it notes in his room.
gosh, dude.
So it was so funny though because then, what was it? So I put it underneath his phone, and I didn't, and I put it in a couple other spots. Mind you, I hadn't done anything all week. So then we're closing up, and then as soon as he's closing up, he then like goes to close the door, and all I hear from the cafeteria of the school is as many expletives as possible, just getting so just irate, just so pissed, and he's just slamming doors, and he's everything else, and he's like, when
You are
When?
someone's villain origin story. You
I
know?
know.
Which is kind of sad. Like
I'm
that's
turning
your,
him into Batman.
Mm.
That's
No, you're
that's
turning
my
him into
goal.
the Joker.
Is there a end game to this?
No.
Or
Huh?
is
This
this
goes
just
on
like
for
I
another
want to
season.
see how close to breaking his mental health?
You know what the
I wanna
funny?
get
You
to.
know what the funnier thing was? I did this. He then said that, and then we booked a vacation together.
Oh,
Which is going to
man.
be great because we're going to be going on this vacation together to Orlando because we're going to go to Disneyland.
Oh,
Disney
We're gonna go,
World.
We're going to go to Disney World. Sorry.
dang! Cool.
Yeah, we're going to go to Disney
Guys
World.
gonna hold
in
hands
November.
too.
Yes.
Hold
so-
hands, and then on his plane seat, he's gonna
Might
have a
want
note that
Infinity
says like,
Gauntlet. I might want an Infinity
Okay.
Gauntlet. Yeah.
So
Let me know where
anyway,
you go.
but the funny thing is that as we were talking about it, I was talking about it with the third guy that we're going with, and I go, I'm just gonna put Post-it notes the entire trip. Like he leaves to the
the
bathroom,
left engine doesn't work.
like he goes to the bathroom. I'm gonna put it in his tray. I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put it on his hat. I'm gonna put it in everywhere else.
If you could get like the stewardess to
put
get
it on
in
his meal?
Yeah, put it on his meal, or like whenever he wants a snack, just like get a post, just slap it and give it.
He goes and takes a photo with Mickey. Mickey hands him a Post-it note.
Be like, oh yes, the captain would like to see you.
It was not only that, but
gives him post-it.
But then, so we were inside of one of the TK teachers' classrooms, and as we were there, she couldn't find her shoes because we had hidden them.
You hid the shoes.
Yeah, we hid her shoes.
Oh my gosh, when does the pranks end, dude?
Well, it was to her, and then she didn't blame me at all, even though I was the mastermind. And then she was like, she goes, "Oh, well, you know, this like you're holding up Nick from leaving," and then he turns around and he goes, "Nick's the one that hid them." She goes, no, Nick wouldn't. He's so nice. He was like, he's the mastermind. He's worse than all of us. He goes, he's been torturing me for 2 weeks.
You're a menace, dude.
Yeah.
It's great.
You're a menace. I feel like I'm glad we're doing this podcast with them
I do turn
because I want people to understand his real identity, like who he actually is.
I enjoy
You're a menace to
I enjoy
society.
playing real life Game of Thrones. It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Constantly
going-
playing your head.
Yeah, man. Just
Just
walking around going like, I'm gonna make them fight. I'm gonna make them fight.
Dance, puppets, dance.
Dance. That's what I do to Bryan all the time.
Yeah, I'm not laughing.
Hey guys, we should go do something. We should go see a movie, Bryan. We should see a movie.
that was amazing. Honestly, that was he incepted you. Like,
It's great. I
we
love it.
should go watch Creed. Maybe like what movie should we watch? We should probably watch Creed. We should probably watch Creed, guys.
Absolutely, that was your generic thought.
That was an original idea from Bryan.
God.
You were dying. All right, so anyway, so yeah,
But,
that's
the update?
Yeah.
That is the update. I am slowly chipping away at his sanity.
Couple quick shout outs if you guys were paying attention to our Instagram or follow us on Instagram.
Which you should be.
You should be. And if you're not, you're not
Or
going to
we're gonna
understand
send
what we're
Nick
talking
out there
about.
to
Yeah.
put post-it notes in your door.
To remind you just to follow us on Instagram.
If you ever see Nick on the street, don't shake his hand.
We had
You'll end up with.
post-it
It's like
note.
it follows, but it's Nick.
it's just
I'm herpes.
You're the embodiment of a venereal disease.
I'm the embodiment of herpes.
But a friend of the show, Sean, recently had
Yes.
Bryan knows all about
Cheese.
it. Critical Cheese 20? Or is it?
No, it's just
It's critical_cheese 20, I
20,
think is his
yeah.
Instagram. Link in the description
Yeah.
down below.
Had a pop-up stand, very successful pop-up stand right in front of Prime Time Collectibles off of Comstock.
Dude, it popped
Yeah.
hard, man. So,
I left right before it started, so like,
Yeah.
I had to come back.
we were there for about an hour, and I shot him a little Instagram reel just to kind of like show off what he can do with the sandwiches.
Yeah.
He had 3 different options. We tried the banana. It's like an
the
Elvis.
Elvish.
The Elvish.
The Elvish sandwich or
dragon.
something.
It was like the dragon's horde.
Yes.
Oh, wait, I have it here in my phone. I don't know
it
why.
was-
But it was
it was the Elvish, the dragon's horde, the classic.
Dude, let me
and
tell
then-
you, that
there's one
sandwich
more.
was bananas.
Oh, because there was bananas in it. Oh my
Anyways,
God. Jump off the roof.
so there's no
No,
more.
really,
There's
jump
no
off.
reason. So the menu had the Elvish King, French toast, peanut butter, bananas, brie cheese,
That sounds so good.
and with honey, which was really good.
That was the one I wanted to get.
That was $13.
Did
Which
you
is
go or did you? You didn't
I
make it?
so I ended up going, but I got there around 6:45.
So they were wrapping up.
So yeah, they had run out of bread.
Oh my God!
ran-
Good
ran-
for him.
He
Good
ran
for
out
him.
of bread, and then I was talking to John while I was there, because John was there when I showed up.
John Price.
Yeah,
He went back?
Yeah, John went back after he went to Guildhall. And he came back and he was talking with Sean and them, and so when I got there, I was like, ready for my sandwich,
yeah, I'm
man.
gonna get me a sandwich.
Yeah, and then it was so funny because then I just saw Sean's face drop because he saw me come, and he was scraping the grill, and like he saw me like pop out of the corner. I'm like, hey man, what's up? I'm here to buy a grilled cheese, and he's
Yeah.
like, oh. No. He goes, where were you? And I'm like, I just got out of work, man. I came from Monterey Park. And he goes, oh man, I just ran out of bread.
Not a real fan, dude.
Yeah.
Not a real
Just
fan.
ran out of bread, and he was like,
is he gonna do it again?
yeah, he said he's gonna do it again.
Oh,
I thought
sweet.
it was so funny though because he was like, literally, that guy over there has my last sandwich. I was like,
I'm a killer.
That D bag.
no, that
And now Nick has a new victim
I
for
do.
posted notes.
Right.
I took a picture of him and everything.
Posts with
His name is John Smith.
I know where you are.
He goes,
You ate my sandwich.
you ate my that grilled cheese
Dude,
was right from
I'm going
mine.
to tell you right now, that sandwich was bomb.
So good.
You know what?
It
From all
filled
the
me up the rest of the
yeah,
day.
from the photos I saw, it was funny too because I was talking to Monica because she saw the post.
Yeah.
She was like, "Oh, try 3 of them." try them. I was like you got to tell me which ones are good. And I was like, oh, I can't wait. And then I walked over and he was like, I got no bread.
Bro.
I was like, dang it. So then I got back on the phone with Monica. She's like, which one did you get? You didn't send me a picture. And I'm like, they're all out of bread. She's like, no, I wanted to see it.
I'm going to tell you right now, if you think Jon Favreau making a grilled cheese was sexy and Chef, just wait until you watch Sean
First
make
off,
grilled cheeses
that's a panini, bro.
What?
It's a panini.
No, he makes a grilled cheese in Chef.
Oh no, he's thinking of the Cubano. No, he makes a grilled cheese for his son.
In the movie Chef, he literally makes a grilled cheese.
It's like 4 different cheeses.
I freaking love that movie. All right, don't freaking correct me.
But Chef is about it's about Cubanos.
Yes, it is.
Cubanos.
It's Cuban food. But he makes a grilled cheese for his son.
Okay.
Idiot.
Okay, calm down.
Anyways,
Calm
Sean
down.
makes a sexy ass grilled cheese. So go check it out. Critical Cheese on IG.
It was good.
Links in the description.
So really quick, I sent that menu that you sent it to me to post on Instagram. I sent it to Mandy, and she's like, "What sandwiches did he have?" I didn't remember off the top of my head, and she looks at the menu and she's all, "I would just get the classic." And I'm like, is it because none of you don't like any of? Because she's not a spicy person, and she's not into the whole peanut. But she didn't care for the peanut butter and cheese.
Lie, dude.
It threw her off.
No. Peanut butter was a lie because the peanut butter acts like a cheese.
That, and she's also allergic to bananas. But so she's like, yeah, I probably wouldn't get that one, obviously. But she wouldn't get the dragon one because it had peppers in it.
Just tell her to have an EpiPen.
Just have an EpiPen. Take it back.
Just let her toe the line.
Here's the thing. This is the message to Sean. Okay, Sean,
is she highly allergic?
can you shut your mouth while I talk to Sean?
Really quick,
shut up.
we're talking about a potential thing that could kill my girlfriend.
So yeah, but haven't Andy and Mandy talked about this?
So how severe is Andy's nut allergy? Is it?
I don't know. Bryan keeps trying to test it out.
But because she doesn't have anything. She can't have anything with it, right?
I know. The moment you said it, I was like waiting for niggas like lay up.
Oh, dude, that's just a boom.
Dunked it right there, dude.
Yeah.
She's allergic to nuts, bananas, kiwis, with something else. Mm-hmm. Something else, but yeah, it's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad. Like if she has like peanut butter,
she's got like spider senses for peanuts.
Oh, okay.
So like if like I eat a Reese's peanut butter cup, she can smell and be like, nope, and I'm like,
yeah.
Wait, so she's allergic to peanuts?
Allergic to peanuts, bananas, avocados, and kiwi.
What?
Dang.
Yeah, so she
Avocados
is a anti-Mexican
Yeah.
Mexican.
Mandy used to be allergic to avocados.
I didn't used to be.
No, she
got
forced therapy.
She had it when she got allergic reaction when she was younger.
She just kept eating it, and then her face swelled up. And
Eventually,
that's what happened to me. I used to be allergic to seafood.
You're weak.
And then
and my dad brought home these fried shrimp, a basket of fried shrimp.
I go down like this.
Yeah.
I like how from what it sounds like your dad went, my son's allergic to shellfish.
Yeah.
I need to fix that.
No, well he didn't know that because I've never had it before.
Okay.
So he went to this burger spot, brought home just a basket of fried shrimp. He's like, go ahead, go nuts. So I'm like, okay. And I ate it. I was like, oh, this is pretty good. And my dad looks at me. He sees my face is getting flushed. He's all like, are you okay? I'm like, I can't breathe. My mom's like, get him to the emergency room right now. So they found out I was allergic to shellfish. And then years later, I had shrimp again. And we were ready. We were like, my mom had like something ready, like a Benadryl and stuff.
She had a crossbow with an EpiPen ready.
Yeah. And so I ate it and nothing happened. So basically, it was either.
Don't worry, son. I'll be the one to finish you.
So my mom used to be a registered nurse. So what she came up with is that basically I had large amounts of something new in my system that I never had, and my body went to shock. So that could be it as well too.
See, my parents were terrible, and they just gave me everything when I was a kid. So like when I was a baby, they gave me like sushi. They gave me, like,
well, I mean,
seafood.
You're supposed to essentially expose your kid to a lot of stuff.
See, I'm just not weak. I'm not allergic to anything.
Oh my god.
Okay. I'm not allergic to anything either.
Yeah, high five.
Yeah,
that's right.
I thought Monica's not allergic to anything either. So.
Yeah, high five, Monica.
Okay,
I don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah, but on top of Mandy being allergic to bananas, she's also a very picky eater as well too. So it's very annoying. Some places I can't go. Like she doesn't care for Burger King. I like Burger King. She doesn't care for also spicy stuff in general. So I can't order something like if I want jalapenos on my pizza, I have to get like half. And that's it.
She really can't handle spice?
She can't handle it. Yeah.
Oh, bro. Okay, so Andrew and my buddy Sam showed me this dope fried chicken spot. It's so good because they have.
It's also an underground strip club.
How'd you know? It's not. This one actually isn't. It's a legit just like.
Okay, with the speakeasy in the back.
Sorry, I've lived.
Let me get the.
You know why? Because you're boring.
The double
You're boring.
breast hot chicken. Let me get that double breast hot chicken.
No, but anyway.
When you ask for them spicy thighs,
next
they deliver little spicy thighs.
No, but next time that Bryan picks a movie and we have to go to Santa Anita again. It's down the street.
Oh, really?
It's actually down the street. I went last time. This place was bomb. It, like literally the chicken breasts were like that big.
Oh,
like
really?
they were chicken fingers. That's not a chicken finger. I don't know what finger about that.
It's a chicken hand.
It's a chicken. It's just chicken.
Yeah.
Like it's just a fried chicken. But anyway, they have
With
different
a burlesque
heats. They have different heats to it.
Show a little skin.
You know what? I was going to take you to a burlesque show, and now you lost your invite. Sorry. Get out of here.
I got lost in the mail.
Yeah, I got lost in the mail. You don't get cigars. You don't get cigars or.
Finish your story. We got to start.
Yeah.
Anyway, the chicken is like super super juicy, super moist. They have their own little dipping sauce that like comes with it. Oh my god, it's so good. We gotta go.
I'm down.
Cool.
I'm down.
They also have like ramen and everything. It's kind of like this weird like we sell fried chicken, but also like a bunch of Asian food.
Oh. I recently tried Korean fried chicken. It was super good. Korean
fried chicken is dope. So is Japanese. Japanese fried chicken.
Ooh, I
is,
never had
is-
Japanese fried chicken.
Japanese fried chicken is awesome because they tempura. Like some places they use the
yeah.
tempura batter instead.
Dang.
So it's all flaky.
Ever had
and
Korean fried
everything.
chicken?
Yeah, I've
It's
had
like
it before.
super crispy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's like a whole step
They
above
have like a
Kentucky
hack
fried
to life
chicken.
or something. Like
Yeah.
they know how to like extra crispy like their chicken. It's good.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
So
good.
you can get it as a 0 or you can get it. I think the top is 5.
So Mandy and I
Or
tried.
ghost
We
pepper.
did try hot chicken once before from her mall she works at. I'm doing this because Brian's annoyed right now. And basically it was like medium, high, and super hot, but the medium was still very spicy. Like it was very like that still. And she was like, "I'll take medium." And then we ate it, and she's all, she's like dying, and I'm like, "That's pretty good." You know, it's got a little kick, but I'm good. you
Okay,
know?
so what was it? My buddy, when we went, his girlfriend loves spice. Like to the point where when we walked up there, she was like, "What's like your top spice?" And the guy was like, "It's a ghost pepper." She goes, "Cool, can I have one of those?" We were like, "Okay, cool." And then I go, where would like? And then I asked her, where would we land? And she goes, "I think you'd be like a 2. Like honestly, Nick, I think you're a 2.
Yeah.
Like it's not super spicy, but it's a lot of flavor and everything like that." Which I then looked at Monica and I'm like, "Babe, you think we should get a 2 or a 3?" And then she goes, "I think you should get a 2." That's what she's saying. You should get a 2.
She just told you. Like,
Yeah. And then I looked at the guy, and then I looked at her, looked back at the guy, and I went,
3.
"Can I get 3, please?"
First of all,
You don't tell
come
me.
You don't come
tell
up to my
spice level.
table and insult me like that. You know?
So then the food came out, and I'm eating. Oh, dude, I took like 3 bites. There's something about spicy food when it's hot. It makes it so much spicier.
Oh yeah, when it's like steaming hot.
Yeah, I was
you
like,
know?
just my mouth is on fire.
It's so funny. Our natural reaction is like, it's just like, it's just getting hotter when we're doing that.
Yeah, and then Monica is eating it like it's nothing, and she's just like, "Oh, this is really good. Like, I really like this."
She got a 2.
She got a 3.
Oh, she got a
the
3?
Monica's spice tolerance is way higher than mine. Like, we'll get spicy stuff, and then like I'll be dying, and she's like, "It's not that bad." And so so I messed with one of my buddies because I got his girlfriend's ghost pepper one, and I put it in his box, and I mixed it in with all of this chicken, so that way it would just be a mistake.
Yeah.
I never found out what happened about that one. He might have died.
Never talked to him again after that.
No, he figured it out. He apparently when he opened it up, he saw one that was just
See,
red.
now you're nervous because now you're looking at the time.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you guys roll. Go for it. Take the hour. Go
Okay,
ahead.
cool.
Take the hour.
So
You said you didn't have anything anyway.
No, I don't.
okay, so behind the scenes, we're arguing about what to talk about in this episode.
And I love how you had a conversation with someone that comes into the store, says they're a fan of the show, and
They're
they're
a
like,
fan of
"Oh,
the
well,
show,
you
yeah.
know, I don't understand why the guy with the glasses. I
Yeah.
mean, we all wear
We all
glasses.
wear
Like, why is he
glasses.
yelling at you guys?"
Yeah.
It's like, well, it's because of this. I don't know if you guys want to listen to, an hour and a half
Love you,
of
Junior.
two people
Love you,
talking
Junior.
about spices.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we got a whole list of topics to get through and Flash to talk about. Not only that, but we also got to shout out Sean again. Let him know, hey, thanks a lot for that. Go follow him on IG. We also got to talk about the video that we worked on.
What video did
Or
you
that
make?
I went to to go film the Santa Fe Springs Art Festival. Shut your mouth.
Sorry.
God damn, dude.
Mind you, when Bryan came in here, he was half a person.
Yeah, because
Look where he's at now.
I was tired. Yeah, I know. Now I'm awake.
He's awake.
No, in all seriousness,
Power of energy drinks.
in all seriousness, Sean, we want you on the show.
Yes.
Have some free time. That way we can get you on here. We definitely want to make a video. You've been bringing this up. We want to make a video where he does a grilled cheese
Just
sandwich.
makes one grilled cheese. Yeah.
And just kind of shows us the steps of how to do everything,
Yeah.
showcase everything. We definitely want to work with you. Definitely want to be on the show. So if you're
Definitely.
listening, make some time, come on the show with us,
lot.
and leave
Hit
a
us
comment
up.
down below if you guys are interested. And everything will be in the description down below.
Yeah.
Before we get into comic strips, one last thing. There is a video on the channel now, hopefully, because I do want to get it up as soon as possible. We went to the Santa Fe Springs Art Festival, which happened last Friday. Reason being is because Nick's
Friday,
mom...
Saturday.
Friday, Saturday?
What's
No, it's only
oh,
Friday.
no,
Friday, Thursday.
Thursday, Friday.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Thursday, Friday. Thursday was a preview day. Friday was the for real date. But we went because Nick's mom is doing an exhibit where she did a bunch of corset designs, which were
She did mannequins.
Mannequins.
Like it was kind of like mannequins, but with these custom corsets built on them.
beautiful,
yeah,
beautiful
really
pieces.
pretty. Yeah.
So Santa Fe Springs Art Festival has been around for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
But it's a bunch of local artists, artists from high school artists as well, just exhibiting their works and stuff. You have some vendors, you have artists from different parts of the different cities around LA, outside of the state as well. And they also have a film festival that's international. So in this video that's up on the channel now, I did an interview with Anthony Ortiz, who's the film curator for the last 2 years.
Yes.
And he kind of talks about what the film festival is, how to even submit anything in there, and his goal to basically expand this festival to anyone else, because it is an international festival. It's
Yes.
not just for local filmmakers and stuff, but he really wants local filmmakers to be a part of it. So
He can get our 3 Iranian viewers.
what?
We have like 2 Iranian and 4 Russian.
Dope.
Last time I checked.
4?
It was like 4.
We have 4
people.
Russians
It was
now?
like 4 Russian people that listen.
We started out as 1.
Yeah.
Now we got 4 of them.
We got
You think he told his friends?
Dude, he told his friends.
Yeah.
Keeping up with the nerds.
It's keeping you with the nerds. It's good.
Funny, super funny
It's
nerds.
super funny. I take vodka shot every single
Yeah.
time the fat one gets mad. But they're all fat.
They're all
I
fat, yeah.
just keep drinking.
They're from America. Everyone in America's fat.
But the video's up there now. And also, we're working on a CinemaCon video. It should be up now. But we had to wait until the end of the week because I thought it was like 2 days.
Same.
No, I think it was like
dude.
3-4 days.
It
And
was
just
almost a week.
Pieces and pieces of news. So we'll be talking about that in comic strips. Moving on to comic strips. If
Give
you
me
guys
those
are
comic
new
strippers.
to-
That was almost an idea.
It was.
Yeah.
If you're new to the show, Comic Strips is a section of the show where we talk about topics that don't merit a 10 to 15 minute conversation. And we also try to keep Nick on track because he tangents a lot.
Never.
We're not talking about spicy chicken anymore, Nick. This is a new realm. You're in my world now.
Just jealous because you don't get spicy chicken.
No,
How
I'm
did we get
just.
from spicy chicken?
I
Why did
just-
that start?
Oh my
How
God,
did that
dude.
start?
Where's my stress level at? Let me see, dude. I think my stress is like, yep, it's in the red, dude. Dude, look what you did to it.
Oh my god!
We need a live camera on that.
The heart rate monitor on my chest to see what's my heart rate the entire time.
That'd be great.
Oh my god. All right, so let's go ahead and start out with this small piece of news. We already talked about this before as we started the show, but we might as well mention it. Nick Merck, Cypher PK, Courage JD, Ninja, and Tim the Tatman, if you don't know, are all streamers on
What are those
Twitch
words?
and YouTube.
Are
We're all
those all
streamers.
Yeah.
Again, should I repeat it slower? Nick Merckx, Cypher PK, Courage JD, Ninja, and Tim the Tatman have announced that they are working on a new VR called Project V. It seems like in this day and age, every streamer has some sort of entrepreneurship
I
now.
don't know why I wanted you to say strippers. In my head, I'm waiting for you to say every online
because of-
stripper. I was like,
Which
They
also,
all have OnlyFans.
which also, that just makes sense. Like you you want to diversify.
Listen.
Okay? First off, you don't want to put all your money in one area. You
Yeah.
got to diversify.
Yeah. You gotta invest in
Yeah,
different areas.
you have to invest.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, but like I feel okay because like Nade Shot has an energy drink. Dude, everyone has an energy drink.
Everyone has either an energy drink or an energy drink flavor.
Or some sort of supplement. Like I didn't know Jay Schlatt has gamer subs.
Is
His-
Prime is still what's his name?
Prime is Logan and KSI.
Yes.
Yeah, which we saw at the liquor store. We're like, should we get Prime? We're like, nah, we're not
No,
gonna give
dude, I
Logan
never
Paul
want
that money.
I
Yeah.
can't. I understand.
Is
Look,
Prime even good?
I don't know.
good?
We'll never know. I'm never. If someone, I don't think I'd ever want Prime in my system.
Is it an energy drink or is it or is it
It's
water?
a supplement drink, so
Yeah.
it's also it works like
Is it
Gatorade,
creatine? and
It's
stuff,
supposed
or-
to be a scale better than Gatorade.
but
like-
it's
it's-
technically not.
but
Well, it's got like
scaled
creatine,
down,
some
so-
like
No.
some
It's in that
horse
limbo
tranquilizer.
between Gatorade and an energy drink. It's in that limbo.
It has an energy drink.
So it's got
it's an
meth
energy
in
drink.
it.
Sure.
It's got meth in it. It's liquefied
There's a
meth.
little bit of meth.
But here's the thing: it's like every streamer has something now, right?
Yeah.
Good for them. It's just that I look at this and I'm just like, I saw their product page of Project V.
Yeah.
It's just an announcement. There's nothing else.
Yeah.
You know what? But I do have to. So I know that our viewers don't like these things, like when we talk about video games. But the thing is that for
But when it's
VR,
about Star Wars Survivor, you know, there you are.
it has, I'm sorry. What was the first two words of that? What
Star
first two
Wars.
words? Thank
The
you.
first two words that make a lot of money.
Yeah, I'm sorry. What was the first two words of it? Yeah, that was the thing people care
What's your
about.
point?
So anyway, the market is the market's open.
Yeah, it is.
Just because like Call of Duty ruled that marketplace for so long, then the Call of Duty then Warzone 2 came out and they made a bunch of changes to it, but the thing is that nobody likes any of the changes. It's just it's not the same game. It doesn't have the same competitive feel to it.
That's the interesting thing because like as a consumer, right, of both the video game product and watching streamers, it's interesting because you have a lot of streamers always complain about the mechanics of a BR. Oh, this doesn't work. The kill time, the kill time is too long, or the mechanics don't work, or the frames drop, or all these other things. I have a friend that works in the industry, and he's just like, it's stupid because streamers mess up their workflow. Because what they're trying to do is they're trying to capitalize on the market of actual gamers, not the market of streamers. The streamers are basically trying to promote the game. They're trying to sell themselves play that game. And if they're unhappy, all they do is basically complain about the game. They probably don't play it, so on and so forth, right? But their portion of the crowd maybe don't want to play that game. The other part, Call of Duty is a huge, huge franchise. Millions and millions and millions of players play that game.
But the thing is that everybody got pulled from the actual BR aspect of it and went to multiplayer.
Yeah, basically.
But the BR is so much more interesting, just because when you're playing the game, it's a lot more interesting if it's just a squad of 4 people against like 50 other squads.
Yeah.
It's just so fun, and especially when you win, when you're just like, oh man, we played an amazing game. It was so good. The thing with multiplayer is that there's a lot of factors in multiplayer. There's so many factors. And, you could really... there is a lot of room for a more competitive, maybe a better BR that can fill the space.
I mean, you have multiple different options in the space as well. Like, video games is one of the biggest markets ever. I think it's supposed to surpass film, or if it already did.
It already has.
Like, it's ridiculous. It's huge. But speaking about video games, another piece of information, IGN did an article. Again, they're bringing up this aspect again of, like, the cost of AAA gaming, right?
Yes.
That it's getting to a point where a AAA game needs about $1 billion to basically be created. Right? So it's not that it's $1 billion straight up. Call of Duty, according to them, costs about $300 million to make. This last one that came out, Modern Warfare.
Here's the thing,
new
though, is that-
GTA, 250 plus, but the other 75% that's missing is basically marketing costs.
Yeah, but the other thing is that I have to admit, games like Call of Duty and others like it, there's $3 million put into it, but it feels like there's been changes throughout the development.
Yeah.
There's been, and at no point was there a vision. This is what we want, and this is what we're going for.
Well,
It's always, well, let's change this mechanic. Oh, well, that mechanic isn't working right. Okay, let's change it to this. Let's change it to this. Let's change it to this. And then you get all these like different mechanics that keep getting added into it and then bloat out the game. or they just don't function, or the game is glitchy, or the game has its own problems, that honestly, that's what people really do harp on, especially if it's a game-breaking glitch or a glitch that really does mess up, like a BR where, oh yeah, I can just turn invisible.
Yeah, no.
Or I can go into the gas and I can just keep on hitting, just revives. It's ridiculous.
It's a weird industry right now because I feel like it's getting into like the film industry in the sense that like you have developers and people that work on these games want their own like kind of like take on it. Like I know how this could work better, but then the executives are the ones making the choices, the ones that are pulling the strings and going like, yeah, but the market would be better if you did this. And that one change basically ruins everything because it's a money move. It's kind of the same thing that you see in the film industry where it's like, oh, but I feel creatively if we did this to the story, it'll work a lot better. But the execs are like, no, but if we put this star on here and we make them the face of it, then it'll be a lot better. AKA The Flash is a good example of that with how many changes has happened. Or even the new Aquaman movie. Like, how much bad publicity has the new Aquaman movie had, but we still have, what's her name? Amber Heard.
Apparently they booed her.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Well, I mean, because
every single time she popped on the screen.
Yeah, because of basically everything that's been going on. But executives are looking at this saying like it doesn't matter because that kind of publicity is still going to have us. They think that it'll be good enough publicity to get butts in the seats to go at least watch the movie. That way they can maybe get some money back.
My question is for the new Aquaman movie. Do you think that they're going to kill his baby?
I hope so.
Because apparently he has a baby in this one.
Oh, really?
That's the only reason why Amber
Get him
Heard's
mad.
in it, to give him a baby. He needs to have a baby with Mira. But because I really hope that they do have that scene from or something like it where in like the in Justice League cartoon, where he's cuffed. And like he's like inches away from getting his kid, and they're over like a volcano, and like a rock is falling with them on it, and he has to choose of whether or not to chop his hand off and save his son, or let them both die. And then he comes back with just like a wrapped hand and his son in his arms.
He has a hook.
Yeah, then he gives himself a hook.
Yeah.
for his trident. That's sick.
So moving on from video game news in kind of similar realms of it.
Yeah.
There's some really. You good?
Yeah.
You got it? Okay.
You gotta not drop things, dude. You gotta relax. I get it. I know. You got a lot of like energy in you. You gotta relax,
in case nobody's ever noticed, I'm a huge klutz. Like, play the tape back. I'm a huge
I'm not playing
klutz.
the tape back. Go check. What happened?
Nothing. Just speak of the devil.
Stop, dude.
Speak of the devil. Hi, Lewis.
Just got your text message.
It's literally Lewis.
You just said, bro.
Oh, he just texted you?
Yeah. Just texted
It
me.
didn't drop the frame rate or anything, did it?
No, it didn't.
No, we're good?
No, you're good.
Okay,
I was
cool.
just reading the text message, honestly. Like,
They added a collection and it added you in it.
What?
no, don't.
Stop. Can we just...
I don't know.
Put
Lewis,
it on
whatever,
airplane mode, man.
Lewis, whatever you're sending me, stop.
No, yeah, like he's gonna listen to you right now. Moving on to the next
He's gonna
topic.
hear this later.
In other kind of video game-ish news, well, I'll start with this, just to kind of start video game-ish and then end in film. Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection has sold 1 million copies. Here's the thing about Capcom. They're banging out remakes and those remasters like it's nothing. And all of them are just being super successful. Resident Evil 4, banger. Mega Man Legacy Collection, 1 million copies. That entire collection, no, I know it's like mid, right?
Good, yeah.
No, it's fine because that's kind of like the general consensus of a lot of people.
Because not a lot of people are into Mega Man, that's the thing. But the fan base is reacting
huge
to it.
enough that it sold 1 million copies. And that's the thing is that if it wasn't for these Legacy collections, Mega Man wouldn't have had 11 and 12 in the works.
What are you giggling about over there?
Because I just read the text. Because he popped up again.
Uh-huh.
He's talking about this.
Oh, he's Lewis is talking about the Mega Man. He's the Mega Man collection.
Are you serious?
I swear to God, that is what he just put up.
Hey!
He goes. They just added the Mega Man collection. You guys literally just talked about this.
We're talking about it now.
Well,
We're
we're talking
time
about
on the
it
podcast.
Yeah. That's why I started laughing. I'm like, what are you, psychic? Like, did you get a tingle in your nuts? Or like what? Like,
Talking about it.
Like, how did you know?
As he's showering.
He's like, you know what? I did.
But in other news, another success story. The Super Mario Brothers movie has surpassed $900 million worldwide.
Hey.
Did it beat Avatar yet?
I hope it does.
God, I hope so too.
I hope it does.
Illumination's like, whoa, hey, what are we gonna do with all this money, guys? You know, we never got this money for Minions. Like,
They dial James Cameron. It's like,
just hung up. Like,
Hey James, do you need a loan? Did you need a loan?
hey, James, you know, if you want to make a bunch of money, just cast Chris Pratt in your movie. Because that was the key to why we got a 900.
No, it wasn't. It was Jack Black. Let's all be honest. It was Jack Black. It was Jack Black.
Peaches.
Keegan Michael Key, dude.
Michael Keaton.
No, Keegan Michael Key.
Oh,
That's
Keegan
totes.
Michael Key.
Speaking of, did you actually add that to the thing?
What?
Speaking of Jack Black,
What about him?
huh?
What about him?
Oh man, Kung Fu Panda 4 got announced at CinemaCon, bro.
Oh, I'll get to the CinemaCon stuff in a
Oh.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought-
you're beating me to the punch. Just shh, relax.
I'll punch you.
Wait, dude, just shh. Let's go ahead and talk about this because you mentioned it before. Wrexham, if you guys are not familiar with it, is a football club, soccer club, 5th division in Wales. The reason I bring it up is because in previous issues you brought up the show. Welcome to Wrexham.
Yeah.
And Rob McKenney, Ryan Reynolds, huge investors. I think the owners now? Yeah, they're the owners.
Technically,
of
they're the owners. Yeah.
Wrexham FC. Well, over the last week, they got promoted from the 5th division to the 4th division in 3 years of ownership. 2.5 technically.
Yeah, 2.5. Yeah.
2.5
really
years.
good.
Which is cool. That's good. And then it's gonna make a great season 2 as well
Season
too.
3.
Is it season 3?
No, it's
No,
not
it's
season
season 2.
two.
Is it season 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've only had one season.
So
And they didn't
awesome,
win
awesome
this
story.
season in season 1 when they
They
obtained
failed.
the show.
It was
yeah.
their first. It was their first season. and
their
they
first
lost.
half season they didn't qualify.
Yeah, they
the
lost.
finish of the second or the finish of the first season entirely is they qualified for the playoffs, but they didn't make it.
They lost by technicality.
Yeah, basically.
It was
Well,
a goal didn't count. It was
something,
like, it was offsides.
something like that.
offsides.
Sucker.
Here's a cool statistic though. So basically, if you don't know anything about soccer, if you win, it's 3 points. You tie, it's 1, and you lose, is 0. Basic premise of it, right? This
golf.
basically means that any home game is a huge deal. Like you really have to try your hardest to win at home to secure those definite 3 points in the league. That's how you get there. Well, in their home, they basically played 23 games in total, won 22, drew 1, scored 74 goals, and only allowed 19.
Wow.
Their last game was against Bournemouth Wood, and they won 3-1. There's a really cute video of when the final whistle gets blown. Rob McKenney is basically just like in shambles, just kind of like holding it all in and then just putting his face in his hands, crying.
I honestly can't wait for this new season.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because they had a camera right
Right,
behind
yeah.
them,
Yeah.
recording the whole thing for.
We got it. Keep going. Keep
Just
crying.
sell it.
Yeah. Sell it.
Well,
Ryan.
because I do remember in the last season when they made that winning goal, and like they were excited and they were like yeah, and they're freaking out, and then they hadn't heard that it was an offsides call.
Yeah.
And like they're both cheering and they're like, "Oh my god, like this is amazing!" Yeah. And then they were like, "No, you lost.
Yeah.
No, you lost."
There's a lot of heartbreak in it, so it'll be an interesting second season. But they're promoted out of the 4th division, meaning
Cool.
that they have more money.
Yeah.
They have exclusive TV rights now because the 4th division does get covered by a lot of British networks.
Sweet.
So they have that money, they have that publicity.
British sports is weird.
Yeah, because
British
there's like
sports is
different
weird.
tiers
Yeah.
Well,
you
'cause
have
there's-
to break out of.
It's like a pyramid scheme, and
No, seriously.
It's not.
really.
It's just. It's
That's how they present it on Wrexham, honestly, man.
yeah. They want to present it that way, but it's not. It's just there's a lot more. There's a bigger punishment
Yeah.
for being
bad.
yes.
But that's the other problem though, is that if you're bad, you don't get money, which means the money isn't. So it's not there for you to get better.
I'm going to tell you something real quick. I don't want to make this into a sports podcast. This is the last thing I'm going to say. American sports fans aren't loyal. That's all I'm going to say. When it comes to sports, Americans will follow a team because they're good
Yeah.
or because they have some sort of connection.
How
Tell me why someone born from Los Angeles follows the Patriots or follows the Celtics. Like, it does. I don't care. I was always raised under the fact that if you were born in a city, you follow that team.
There was a lot of I thought it was so funny when there was a lot of Patriots fans, and I was talking to Andrew about it because Andrew is a diehard Buccaneers fan.
Was he
Really?
So was he from Tampa?
No,
Has he ever laid foot in Tampa?
he's never been
Then
to Tampa.
explain yourself, Andrew. I don't need to explain myself at all.
No, he doesn't. So no, but he's a diehard Buccaneers fan. I think. Well, because that's the other thing though, is that LA for like the longest time when we were growing up didn't have a team.
Doesn't matter.
No, it does.
Then don't follow the sport.
You're an idiot. No, because if you love the
I
sport
like
and you want
football,
to,
but I don't have a team.
yeah,
That was me. I was just like, dude, I don't care.
No, but
San
LA,
Diego doesn't count.
But LA, but no, but that's the thing though, is that LA didn't have a team, so that's what a lot of
That sucks.
football fans did. And
sucks.
that's why that's why in Los Angeles, especially, or in like Los Angeles, we don't have a team, so we went out and we started finding other teams. That's why the Raiders are really big, because the Raiders used to be in LA and then they moved
to Oakland.
To
Yeah, now
Oakland.
they're in Vegas.
Now they're in Vegas,
Yeah.
but there's still a lot of like.
And now
LA
we have
natives
only
that are
one
that are
football team,
Vegas.
and that's the Rams. Chargers, they can go back to San Diego.
But
Sorry, Adam, but they're stupid.
no, but that's the but that's the other thing though, is that he was a huge Buccaneers fan, and then when Tom Brady came, a lot of Patriots fans, like just all the
Yeah, no,
Patriots fans.
they're not
jumped on
loyal.
there.
American fans are not loyal.
But the thing is that they're
That's all it
loyal.
is.
No, but they're loyal to a player.
Doesn't matter. They're not loyal to the club.
That's
They're
the
not
thing.
loyal to the badge. That's what I am, dude.
No, but like it seems like there's a lot of Cowboys fans in California. It's
Yeah,
weird.
my
It's
cousins.
so weird.
I have to be a Cowboys
Yeah.
fan through what is it called? Because of family. So it's like through.
You're a
no.
Cowboys fan.
So
No,
man,
technically no. But when I'm with family that
Yeah.
are Cowboys fans, I have to be a Cowboys
so
fan.
Mandy's family is Cowboys. They're all the Cowboys
Really?
and Dodgers. Yeah, that's it.
Man, that's how I know.
I
you
only
guys-
know Los Angeles.
Man,
That's
that's
it.
how I know you guys didn't grow up in the ghetto.
Why?
Because if they were, they wouldn't be Cowboys fans.
They'd be Raiders fans.
That's true.
Hey, fool. Raiders, fool.
Hey, fool, we gotta go.
Raiders for life.
Now we gotta go to Vegas to watch the Raiders. Like, I don't have that money,
Hey,
man.
fool. All right.
When they
We
gonna make
spend
that?
all of our money on Tampico.
Before we move on to movie news, let's announce some good news. James Corden is done as the Late Late Show host. He just finished.
Oh, it's
filming.
over.
It's over.
His
The
reign is. I'm just kidding. I'm like, no, but for when I followed the Late Late Show with
Yeah,
James
he's
Corden,
a monster.
yeah, I did enjoy some of his bits, like
Yeah.
carpool karaoke. You can't make that again.
No.
that was great. I
Yeah.
loved it.
There were some bits that were good,
Yeah.
but let me put it this way: when
Spider
it comes
Cup
to
is good.
late night shows, the hosts, if they are productive in the
Yeah.
writing, sometimes will do
Yes.
really well. I think was it Jimmy Kimmel actually does some of that writing himself.
Yes,
Yes.
And I give him respect. I don't like Jimmy Kimmel as a host, but
Yeah.
I give him the respect of how much he's involved in his
Yes.
stuff. So.
Jimmy Fallon, almost nothing, I think, from what I've heard.
He comes up, he gets his guests, but when he hears about his guests, that's when he works on with stuff. Like
Yeah.
whenever Justin Timberlake comes on, he's like, okay, I want to do this with him, I want to do that, or if anyone else that he knows.
He does a bit.
Yeah.
he has.
I
like
like
a
Jimmy
bit.
Fallon.
I like Jimmy Fallon too. I
Yeah.
don't mind Jimmy Fallon.
We share the same birthday, by the way, too.
Oh really?
Do you
Oh,
really?
cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
I liked Jimmy Fallon when he was on Late Night, because that's to me that's when it
He's
was
still
really
Late Night.
funny. No, he's doing the Tonight Show. He does the Tonight Show.
Oh, you're right.
but
you're right, yeah.
but
He
now
replaced Leno.
yeah.
Oh, the late night show, the Seth Meyers one.
Yes,
Yes.
that's so that's what Jimmy used to do. I used to like whenever he had Justin Timberlake, they did like the history of rap. That was really funny.
Yeah.
Man didn't go. But that's the thing. But he doesn't do that now because now he's on the Tonight Show and stuff like that. But I've always liked Jimmy Fallon. Seth Meyers, I've watched a little bit of his stuff.
Good writer. He doesn't deliver well for me.
Really?
Not yet.
Have you watched his day drinking videos?
No.
Those are super funny. The funniest one he did was with Lizzo.
Bruh, man, I've seen Seth Meyers now.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting old. Yeah, I'm like, bro, I remember your golden age at SNL, man. Now I feel old.
It is interesting where you look at a lot of these
Mm-hmm.
these hosts and they're all from SNL.
They're all, most of them from
Yeah,
SNL.
Most of them are
or
either
writers from SNL.
From
yeah.
SNL or they were writers.
So what
Yeah.
you're saying is we got to go to New York and write in 30 Rock.
I mean, that is
That I mean, if you want to get successful in
Yes.
comedy, yes.
Yeah, who I forgot. Oh, I was listening to the Yard podcast and we were talking about how like SNL for millennials is kind of like a joke, but you can't deny the success that SNL has had, which is 100% true.
that's true.
It's like you can't deny that even though the writing may suck, but writers will go on to do really great things if
Yeah.
they're from SNL, and even the comedians like who
So-
are a part of it, or the
actors.
the
Some of
cast.
the cast.
some of the greatest comedies in the last 20 years
Mm-hmm.
have all been from SNL.
Yeah.
Some of the best ones.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at just in general the Billy Madison. I mean, like the Happy Madisons. Like
Yeah, all
Just
those the
series.
Adam Sandler runs of films, and then
Adam Sandler, Mike
yeah,
Myers.
10 years later, then you got the Tina Fey and Amy Poehler films.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then you got before that you got Will Ferrell and
If
all them
Tina
and stuff
Fey
as
and
well
Amy
too.
Poehler tour the West Coast, oh my God, I'll be there.
Yeah, and then you also have John Mulaney.
John Mulaney,
John
yeah.
Mulaney.
Yeah, John Mulaney and Bill Hader now. Like he's doing his own thing now.
Yeah.
But he came from SNL.
Wasn't
Fred
Ben-
Armisen too.
Was
Fred
Ben-
Armisen.
Fred
yes.
Armisen's more behind the scenes though.
Wasn't
Yeah.
Ben Schwartz also a writer for a little while?
I think he was a writer. If not, he was he was
No,
like,
Ben Schwartz did not work for SNL.
really?
Yes, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah,
He mostly
he
did. I
never
mean, he
mentioned it,
did.
I
He
think.
did online stuff.
Yeah.
that's the thing. He's done like his own YouTube channel and stuff like that.
Yeah. Moving on from that, though, let's get into some film news. CinemaCon was last week, so we're going to briefly mention a couple things. Some of it was announced during CinemaCon.
Yes.
Others were not. So let's go ahead and start with some of the stuff that was not announced at CinemaCon, but was announced parallel to it. Blade is looking to start production.
Sure it is.
Starting in
Again.
May.
Sure. It is.
But this time with Nick Palazzato.
I'm in it. What?
The writer for True Detective will be working on the script.
I give him a
Okay.
month.
So here's the thing about Blade.
Give him a month.
I'll give him a month.
Here's the thing about Blade. I already thought that they were in production, so they went back to pre-production.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
It's
How's that supposed to work?
They
the
went
director
back
came in.
to formula.
No, but I do feel that it was the director came in, he looked at the script, and then they went, "Oh, we're not doing
they're
this."
not doing that.
Or
so.
no, or the way that the Marvel Cinematic Universe has kind of changed over the past couple of years.
Yeah.
With like what's been successful and what hasn't, may have also changed it too.
That's the thing. A lot of the movies that recently came out, Marvel thought were gonna be bangers.
Like
when
Eternals.
really,
Well,
yeah.
they rushed it.
They-
did,
yeah.
But that's the thing though, is that
instructions said bake for 10 minutes, and they took it out after 5.
like I feel like it's gonna be
It
really
looks
weird.
good enough.
I feel like it's really weird because I don't think that there's gonna be an Eternals 2.
No.
I kind of doubt that there will be an Eternals
There was
2.
supposed to be, and then even the actor Kumail Nanjiani,
Kamal Johnny
yeah, he recently said he hasn't gotten a call about
Yeah.
Internals 2, and his contract was supposed to
for
be
2.
multiple
I think,
movies.
I think it's
yeah.
like what 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can see them maybe rewriting it because it was supposed to be him. It was supposed to be Blade and the Black Knight
Yeah.
working together. Maybe they're rewriting it so that way the Black Knight's not really.
But what
there.
gives you that idea? Is it just whatever is in your head is going like, I have a
No,
voice.
because if we're not going to be continuing that character's story more or less, and we're not going to be continuing where exactly Eternals left off, really, and we're just going to kind of let it fade into the back, then why keep on bringing up the Black Knight? Because the Black Knight is going to be consistently searching for the Eternals. That means you're carrying on that storyline. If you want it to just slowly disappear into the back and just kind of go like, what happened with Eternals? Just kind of thing.
That's
happened.
whatever.
It is what it is.
All right, well, let's see what happens. In other Marvel news, Guardians 3 premiered this last week.
Yeah.
For the audiences, for the public, it won't premiere until May 4th, May 5th?
May 5th.
Basically. May 4th, technically, Thursday. We're going to go watch it Friday on May
Yeah.
5th.
May the 4th.
But the reviews for it have been kind of interesting. Right now, it's sitting at a 91% in Rotten Tomatoes. I have a theory. This is James Gunn's last film. There's no way this is going to go under an 80% or even under an 85%. I think that a lot of people
The
are...
Verge didn't like it.
Well, here's the thing is that IGN gave it an 8. GameSpot gave it a 7.
IGN's been like so adamant. They've
So,
been, yeah.
I'm not reading reviews because you read the Verge one and it
Dude,
gave it away.
The Verge one, I was reading it, just kind of going like, "Wow, we're giving away like a lot of
Yeah,
stuff."
which
And they
is kind of
and they
dumb.
made that post public, which is interesting.
Yeah, because like it was giving away a lot of like it was giving away where Guardians were in their lives or where James Gunn had like written them. Like I didn't get all the way to the end because I was like, I need to stop reading this. This is bad.
Feels
I
like it's
can't
gonna-
stop.
Yeah, it feels like you're gonna like watch the whole movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like because it was a long article. It was like, oh,
Do
this is
reviewers
just a
forget how to
synopsis.
review a movie?
I don't know. I'm surprised that
know
they're.
what's-
I'm surprised that nobody's told them anything like to take it down.
Well,
I
keep
feel-
in mind. Sorry, go on.
It's funny you say that because I feel like reviewers now don't know how to really review a movie
So
nowadays.
going with that,
Yeah,
right?
go-
If
at
you
least
write
critics,
something,
yeah.
you write something, you got to go through an editor,
Yeah.
right? The editor will basically look at it and be like, okay, yeah, this is good to publish. From what I've been hearing is that a lot of editorials, they're kind of like, It's good.
Yeah,
And
because
it's like,
it
then,
seems
then why are you publishing?
It was spell checked.
Yeah, it seems like they just do an auto spell check and no one really reviews it and it just goes out.
But that's the stupid
There's
thing
no
about it.
middleman.
Yeah.
It's
No,
just
but not only that, but also I do feel.
Yeah. Grammarly, done.
Yeah.
No, I what I do feel also is that a lot of times reviews are made with an agenda.
Yeah. No, true.
It's not going into it as a unbiased person going to go see this movie of whether or not I should spend my $15. It's the Marvel Cinematic Universe is terrible. It's failing. at
comic
this
book movies
point.
are terrible now.
Yeah,
But
and,
this is
you
why
know,
I'm saying
it's
that
really
this film will
attacking.
not go under an 85 or even an 80% because this is James Gunn's swan song from the Marvel movies.
You know what? Guardians 1, awesome. Guardians 2, heart-wrenching. It's really good and everything. I can't imagine that his
Heart-wrenching.
third.
Yep.
Huh?
Heart wrenching. Yeah.
So, go ahead. If you're gonna
No, but
finish.
I do think that 3 we're gonna have. I don't feel like we're not gonna have like our emotional moments. James Gunn so far in all of his like superhero movies has really hit the mark.
Yeah.
I kind of doubt that Guardians is where he's gonna drop the ball.
So, Brittany went to the premiere. So I talked to her
was
upon
like-
recording today, and she was telling me how she thought of the movie. She really liked it. She really thought the movie was really good. She didn't tell me if it was emotional. I told her, just tell me if it's good or bad. She says she loved the first one, didn't agree with the second one, but loves this one though.
Okay. So
You like the second one?
She didn't like the second one. It's
okay.
No,
I-
I think
I enjoyed the second one.
Yeah.
I think it just was heart wrenching for me because they played Cat Stevens.
Mm-hmm.
One of my dad's favorite artists. Was like,
Yeah.
yeah, no, thanks, dude. Thanks for reminding me of my dad. You jerk.
soft spot. It's a little touchy.
Moving on from Marvel news, Gladiator 2 was announced.
Wait, with Russell Crowe?
Oh my God, it's Russell Crowe.
No, actually, the cast right now for Gladiator 2, which releases November 22nd of 2024, Paul Mescal, Joseph Quinn, Denzel Washington, and Barry Kahan are the cast to be.
It's a prequel.
I think so, maybe.
Is it?
Right? They always do that. Like,
but
forget,
is it-
forget, go
It's
forward.
Ridley
Let's
Scott's Gladiator 2.
go back. It's
Yeah.
a prequel.
Yeah, that's weird because he dies at the end.
It's a prequel.
Also, is this the movie we were looking for? Like this
it's
is.
also hang on.
Did
You
we
also-
really need Prometheus? But we got
but-
it anyway.
I know, but
Okay,
what I'm saying is like,
listen.
like who was
Listen.
going, who was going home at night and went like, oh man, Gladiator.
Okay, listen.
Where are
listen.
the stories that
Like,
we didn't tell
We
there?
can question Ridley Scott's motives in some movies, but we don't touch Alien. Okay?
Yeah, we do.
No,
Yeah,
no,
we do.
it's okay.
You should.
No,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yes,
It's
you
fine.
shouldn't just be blind to the fact that it was an
we
alien
didn't really
movie.
need
It's okay.
to
It's okay.
know where the xenomorphs came from.
Oh,
You know
I
what?
did. That's okay.
All right,
Yeah, that's fine.
rest of the next 45
We
minutes.
can
of
move
the
on.
podcast.
I don't need to know
We
about the
can move on.
architects. You know?
Oh my god, next 45 minutes is a on which
Oh
alien.
my God,
I'm in.
dude,
Let's
no.
go. Let's do this. All right. So Prometheus, terrible movie. Why exactly is why is there a robot?
How come Charlize Theron just didn't just go to the side when she was getting smashed? Like, there's a lot of questions.
Danny
you know?
McBride. Why?
Great casting choice. Underused him a lot.
Yeah,
I forgot one
Yeah.
more piece of Marvel news. Andy
no,
Sandberg.
we're-
No,
no,
we're
we're
done.
here- no,
we're
we're here
done.
now.
Andy Sandberg will be voicing Ben Riley in Across the Spider-Verse.
That's cool.
Yes.
So
No, we're not. We're
Prometheus-
done. All right, moving on to CinemaCon news.
There you go. I knew I could speed you up somehow.
I know we're reaching
No,
an hour.
no. The Andy Sandberg was pretty interesting one because
He's Ben Riley.
He's Ben
The
Riley.
Scarlet Spider.
It's interesting because they were teasing it as like, we're not going to reveal who the voice of Scarlet Spider is going to be, and I'm like, what kind of big name actor did you get?
no, but that's
And
the
it's not
thing.
to say that
Yeah.
Andy Sandberg's not big, but
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah,
he's
It's
a
really-
comedian,
Yeah, it's
and
kinda-
Ben Riley tends to be darker.
guys hyped
No, but
it up.
that also,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
that also kind of does make it better, too, because I do want him to be over dramatic.
I am the Scarlet Spider. He's like,
No,
just imagine him saying it like that.
I am the Scarlet Spider.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, that's always gonna say it like that too. My name's Ben Riley. I'm the Scarlet Spider.
I'm the better Peter Parker.
I was cloned. Maybe I thought I was Peter Parker, but then I didn't know who I was.
It's gonna be like.
Do you like my cut-up sweater?
So
I made it
basically,
myself.
it's the pilot of Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Detective Santiago, don't leave me.
No, don't leave me.
I don't know how to come back from this life now.
I don't know the touch of a woman.
Oh my God!
It's the teddy bear voice.
It's just the teddy bear
It's
voice.
just
That's
the
all it
teddy bear
is.
voice.
Dodgeball sequel in the works
Vince
with
Vaughn possibly coming back.
Yeah,
I
which is
hope.
interesting. And
I hope Ben Stiller is in the talks of coming
Oh
back.
my
We'll
god,
see.
dude, yes.
We have to see.
He's the ball.
Yeah.
In opposite news of that, though, I'm tired of these. Like, I get it. Sequels are one thing, remakes are another. But like, I'm really tired of like when things become free use.
Yeah.
People go like, let's make this as messed up as possible. There's a rumor going around that there's going to be a new Winnie the Pooh rated R movie. This time it's going to be based upon Christopher Robin being a college burnout.
Yes.
And following his drug-fueled fantasies.
Well, you know why? It's because the other horror movie of Winnie the Pooh just was terrible.
Yeah, it doesn't mean do it again.
No, they're like, we could do it better.
Yeah,
like
we could do it. We can do it too.
Let's
You wanna
put
do
some
it? We can do it.
substance in it.
You want to have fun with Winnie the Pooh?
Let's just not.
Dude, I can dress up Rene as Tigger.
Oh, Tigger's not in the public domain yet.
He's not?
No, you gotta wait another couple of years.
Sorry, man. We got to be Piglet and Pooh.
Okay.
Or you can, or you know
Can we
what?
be Eeyore?
Be a very depressed Eeyore.
That's your job.
He's writing character.
Dude, I'm more of like Rabbit.
Oh, boy.
No. I mean, the way that you always tell me is like, you're always getting on her cases about different things. I'm like, yeah,
Well,
Rabbit
yeah,
gets
you
on his
are.
case.
Yeah.
Rabbit gets on Pooh's case for
Oh,
everything.
I don't watch Winnie the Pooh, so I don't know.
I grew up on Winnie the Pooh. I know.
Okay.
Okay, so
What a
CinemaCon.
loser.
Like I said before, CinemaCon, we're going to be releasing a video with our favorite parts about the announcements and everything. But just to kind of...
Yeah, he's talked about it.
Yeah. If you paid attention to the messages. We'll quickly go over it. Couple of announcements. It was just a lot of stuff. Couple things that were announced. Saw 10. That was announced.
Like, we need that.
Yeah, okay.
Whatever happened to Spiral?
Not happening anymore.
I know. That's what I said.
Yeah.
I was like, what happened to Spiral?
It's too
I
edgy.
like that. That was
Spiral
good.
was good.
Too edgy.
Chris
Too edgy.
Rock did it. Good job.
Too
Yeah.
edgy. Hunger
Samuel
Games
Jackson.
prequel. Fun. New trailer released for that one. Don't really care. Mission Impossible had a new trailer.
Oh, did
Not
it?
ready for the public.
Oh.
But they did showcase 20 minutes of footage
Ooh.
20 minutes
at
is a lot.
CinemaCon.
I just want that to be Tom Cruise running. Like,
Oh, he does.
the mission's impossible.
Dude, let me tell you.
Bam, bam.
Let me tell you.
He's doing the theme song with his own mouth.
Dun, 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 dun. And I want that to be like a long shot, a wide shot, and then just going dun, 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 dun.
Then like
Let me
just
tell you.
like,
If you see this
air
message,
pushes him against a car, then he gets back up. Da-da-da!
let me ask you this.
Yeah.
If you receive a note, right?
Yeah.
And it says this mission, if you choose to accept, how do you expect that to end?
Say impossible.
We'll explode. We'll explode after you read it.
Tell me why my wife's boss, right, presents to her that they're going to be going to Disneyland for their work today for admin week,
Oh,
right?
okay.
And in the little note,
I haven't seen her face all over Disneyland
I know.
today on her stories.
And no, here's the thing. In the note that shows like what's going to happen for admin day on Friday, right? They say your mission, if you choose to accept, is to go and enjoy a full day at Disneyland. And I'm looking at it and going like, and they didn't include the part where they said this message will self-destruct in 5 seconds.
No, they can't say
I'm like,
that.
you cannot. But that's
I don't think you can
critical
say
Mission
that.
Impossible, dude.
HR wouldn't allow that part. I think.
The moment you read it, the paper goes,
Yeah. HR's like, we gotta expect these. Yeah, you gotta take out the part where it explode. We don't want our workers to
Think
think
they're going
something's
to
gonna
die.
explode in the office.
We shouldn't have active explosives in the office.
Man.
There's 45 employees. That'll become an actual bomb.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Actual-
Can you imagine? He goes in and it's just like he brings it and he goes like, these weren't really explosives, right? And they're like, no,
He
it
goes
wasn't.
with
He's
the-
just like, he's shoving it behind him. Like,
See, what you do is
Everybody
you put
opens
those
them at
little.
once. It's like the scene in Kingsman.
yeah.
No, what you do is you put the little poppers that you throw on the ground.
Yeah.
You just open.
Oh,
it.
you put them on the lid.
Yeah, the moment you open up the load, and that's it. That's all you need to do. Yeah, done.
Again, it doesn't sound good for the work environment.
So Mission Impossible.
Yeah, because they sound like guns.
Yeah, that's a whole other can of beans.
trailers for Across the Spider-Verse also shown as well. And here's the thing. They announced or showcased a trailer for Kraven the Hunter.
Right.
Yeah, which again, we didn't get released to the public.
No.
But everyone's saying what
looks
you were
cool.
saying. Go ahead.
I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
I'm very disappointed.
Well, because he read a person talk about it in an interview. They were talking about
I'm
what they
tired
saw.
of
in
it
the
It takes
trailer.
place in the Venom universe,
it
isn't
does.
it?
I don't
Or-
care about that. I don't care about that. What I'm tired of is people thinking that blood and gore are cool in movies, and they forget that there's an actual story to these these villains of Spider-Man. Kraven the Hunter hunts Spider-Man because he's the one prey that's really challenging to him. So why the hell do I care if Craven rips someone's eye out using their mouth, wears the leopard vest, which he should, obviously, and then they say, oh, and the Rhino gets teased in this one.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. He like basically bites someone's face and like rips it down. Yeah, and I'm like, okay, that's I don't.
That's to showcase he's an animal.
Oh,
Animal.
wow! So he can hunt like an animal.
He's an animal.
Wow! Let me go pick up a comic book and read.
Yeah.
Because like that's where I get my information from. I don't need to be watching a movie to understand Craven the Hunter.
Yeah.
I always thought it was really funny when I was looking at Spider-Man villains after I'd watched Batman Beyond.
Yeah.
And I went, oh, they just ripped a lot of these
Yeah,
off.
no, there's a lot of similarities. That's
No,
the
it's
thing.
not similarities. They're blatant rip-offs.
There's a lot with like you have like the two biggest superheroes from each company. You have Batman and Spider-Man, but when you look at their villains, you're like,
They're pretty dang
Goblin,
similar.
Joker, okay,
Or what was it? Because I remember in Batman Beyond they had the exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
Where he was a hunter from Africa and he would
Oh yeah.
and he had like this spear that can go through anything and everything else. I was like, oh, this guy sounds pretty familiar.
Yeah.
Or Sandman, Clayface, same
Clayface,
thing.
yeah.
New Transformers trailer came out as well.
Transformers with
Rise of the Beasts.
Here's the thing. I'm pretty hyped about it. I don't know why, but a lot of the
it's
footage
got
that's
cars in it.
and
Cars and animals.
but we'll be talking more about it in the video, so you'll see.
You know
it all
that.
then.
You better figure out what that face is. That's the thumbnail.
Yeah.
That's the thumbnail.
That is the thumbnail.
Yeah.
You made it.
You made it too many times. That has to be the thumbnail.
So that wraps up comic strips for this week. We'll be talking about The Flash in just a couple of minutes, but let's go ahead and update some people in the wrestling world because we haven't talked about it in the last 2 weeks.
No, we haven't.
Here's the thing. We could have talked about WrestleMania and we did do a video for it, but it wasn't good.
Wasn't to Bryan standards.
It wasn't. Honestly, no, it wasn't. We could have done better. We could have done a lot better. So I think that what we could do is we can go ahead and start planning some stuff once Backlash is over because I think like Backlash is basically the end of that era. Mm-hmm. Like not to say that WrestleMania wasn't good.
Yeah.
There were some good fights, but the stories just didn't develop well. If we're going to talk about stories that are actually good, Rhea Ripley is the Women's SmackDown champion.
Yeah.
Took it away from Charlotte Flair.
Yeah.
Great. Kenny, or what's his name?
Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are the new tag team champion.
Undisputed tag team title.
Took it from the Usos.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then who would have expected Cody Rhodes not beating Roman Reigns because he had to cheat? Great, awesome.
Yeah,
who cares?
This is something that's been reoccurring with the Bloodline is that they can't win a match unless someone interferes.
Yes,
Which
and I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it plain and simple. I get it. You and I just started watching wrestling a couple months ago, but here's the thing: I grew up on wrestling too.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the drama. I enjoyed the attitude.
Yeah.
I enjoyed when heels actually were heels.
Yeah.
Right? Like they cheated. That was their thing. But they cheated in a way that was stylish. Here's my problem. If you're an Usos fan and you're the one that goes like, we the ones, and put your hand up there, you like boring wrestling. I'm
No,
sorry.
that's true.
I
No.
am sorry. But if you're an Usos fan, then you're not a fan of wrestling.
So have you seen the past couple of shows that there are people that like them? That
Yeah.
like the Usos. Like when they went to Michigan. Apparently everyone in Michigan loves the Usos. They were cheering when they were coming out. And I'm like, what the heck?
They're good wrestlers.
No,
They're really good wrestlers. They're talented.
They're talented. There's a reason why they're in the WWE.
They're boring.
No, but there's a reason why everyone loved.
Fight me in the comments.
Everyone loved Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn as champions right now. They're both. I think they're more talented than the Usos right now.
Yeah.
What?
Go ahead.
I feel like the fact that Bloodline keeps on like using the cheating gimmick. I feel like it's Cody Rhodes' idea. Because when
he's doing AEW,
because that was a big thing when he was in AEW, and also that was a big thing that he did when he was Stardust and with his brother.
When he was in New
they would
Japan,
cheat all the time.
When he was in New Japan with Kenny Omega and the what are they called, the twins. When he wrestled over there with them, they had a cheating kind of mentality as well. But the thing was, it was a stylized way of doing it. It wasn't so much along the lines of like, hey, when one of our wrestlers is losing, we're going to jump in and save them. It was more along the lines of like, we're going to do the damage off-site.
Yeah.
But he
And
has.
that's
But
how it
the
happened.
thing is that they have used that gimmick before with Cody Rhodes.
They have,
and
but-
Cody Rhodes was on the opposite side doing the cheating.
But here's the thing. It's like when you look at the bloodline, right? I don't care about Roman Reigns. The guy barely makes any appearances. So
Yeah.
why do I have to cheer for him because he's your tribal chief. What about him? Like, I get it. Maybe I didn't watch him years ago.
Yeah.
When, he was coming up and stuff like that. But if I'm watching him now and I have no interest in him, my expectation is that title needs to be given to someone else. He's boring. He sucks.
Is his bulletproof vest?
I miss his bulletproof vest.
Yeah, he doesn't do that now.
And the WrestleMania match, that was brilliant.
When
Cody Rhodes
the match itself was really good.
When Cody Rhodes was about to crossroads him, like I was hyped and ready,
Yeah.
and then what happened? Interference
from Solo.
Yeah, and then it was a loss. It sucks. It sucks.
Yeah.
And then we move on to the whole Cody Rhodes fighting Brock Lesnar now, which is the Backlash match. We both agree Cody Rhodes can't win that match.
Physically, physically mentality, he can't match up to Brock Lesnar.
And is Brock Lesnar going to let him lose or let himself lose?
That's the thing. They could be hyping up Cody Rhodes because I was talking about it with other people, and obviously when he left or got fired from the WWE, one of his stipulations on his contract has to be that he has to be a champion, a WWE world champion at least, at some point in his career.
Cody
in
Rhodes?
the WWE. Yeah, Cody Rhodes. So what they could be doing, they could be just building him up again because again, WWE knows that he's the hero and Roman Reigns is the villain. That's the thing.
He can talk a crowd
Yeah.
up. Even that Finn Balor match, it was just an exhibition match.
Yeah.
But it was a good fight with Finn Balor. The guy is like super athletic to be able to wrestle what he does.
Cody Rhodes really did build up his physique more and more across the board. When you look at him, when he started out as even when he was Stardust, he was still athletic.
He was still really thin though.
But he wasn't shredded as he is now. That's
Yeah.
the thing. He is built, and he and I think they're going to show him take on Brock Lesnar. They're going to show off his physique more.
Listen, anybody that can wrestle in a leotard like that, I think deserves the WWE.
Dude, can you imagine just taking that whole thing out and just
Just sweat.
really
all that
seals in the
Yeah.
flavor.
You also have Seth Rollins versus
Umas.
which is going to be an interesting fight because I feel like Seth Rollins right now is just
Really
kind
quick,
of
if you don't know who Umas is, he is way bigger than Shaquille O'Neal.
yeah,
He's a Nigerian dude.
the Nigerian king.
Yeah.
He's just a Nigerian king.
Yeah, that's
That's his slogan. Yeah.
You ever seen the movie Get Smart?
Yeah, I love
Oh,
that movie.
yeah.
Is it kind of like that guy?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's the Great Khali. Yeah, that kind of like that guy. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's like this so where they're standing. This is Seth Rollins. This is Umas and stuff. So
In terms of the women's matches, I think it's Liv Morgan. Who's your partner again?
Raquel.
Raquel
Yeah, they're tag team champions.
versus I forget who the two others are.
Oh, I know. I forgot.
It's I know that one of them is like they trying to get a
I have
shot.
a computer right in front of me. I'm going on my phone.
But Bianca Blair is having a match as well, right?
Yes, Bianca Blair is having a match with the Japanese wrestler. I forgot her name. I'll pull it up right now.
Which is going to be pretty interesting. But to move on this topic, because we do have to wrap it up before we move on and talk about the Flash, the one thing I do want to mention is the title announcement that Triple H made.
Yes.
Which is the heavyweight championship belt. Now, the reason why I wanted to bring it up was because you and I were talking about it, Rene, and there was a lot of shade being thrown by Triple H towards Roman Reigns. Basically, long story short, when he made the announcement, he was saying that whoever's going to be wearing this belt, whoever earns this belt, is the champion you're going to cheer for, who will defend this belt at any cost, who will continue to be the guy that everyone will look up to. This is shade being thrown at what's his name, Roman Reigns, simply because Roman Reigns doesn't defend that title anymore. He's basically just making an appearance. He fought Cody Rhodes. He almost ended up losing, but there was interference. There's nothing to support Roman Reigns in. He made it clear.
I remember when I was talking to Lucas about it one day, and I was like, "What's so special about Roman Reigns?" And he goes, "He's The Rock's cousin."
Basically, at this point, it's like if I'm new.
So from what I've heard, The Rock, as of when it comes to family relations with the Usos and Roman Reigns, it's only through marriage. He is not blood related to them. It's only because his mother got married into the family.
I see.
Yeah.
Wait,
But again,
second marriage or?
I think it's a second marriage. I think. And
as
that's why.
someone,
But because I guess if The Rock didn't have the recognition that he has now, if he never got that, he would have been the part of the family that no one ever mentions.
yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, that was why when I was talking to Lucas, I was like, I because I was asking him about him, and I go, what makes Roman Reigns so special? And he goes, he's The Rock's cousin.
Yeah.
Like that's literally what everybody knows about him. It's just he's The Rock's cousin.
There's nothing to support, especially if you're just jumping into the WWE right now, because he hasn't defended it. He doesn't do anything with the belt.
Well, that's the thing though, is that because you've had great champions, but you know, even when like Triple H had the champion, or The Rock, or you know, any of these people had the champion, it was at least interesting. The thing is that if you have to cheat every single time to keep it, that is I mean, don't get me wrong, that's a Triple H move.
Yeah.
That's a hardcore Triple H move. Every single time somebody who's
but Triple
bigger,
H had attitude. Roman Reigns lets the wise man speak
in all
for him.
fairness, I don't know if it was the attitude, it's more the charisma. He had the charisma to pull off, oh, we're cheating, but to make it cool.
And then Jim Ross would just...
Did you see that video I sent you?
I've seen it before, dude. It's so
He's
great.
just like, you monster, go to hell.
Yeah, like,
You go to hell.
Don't you do it! Don't do it!
I always love the idea of, you know, Triple H just having putties around him that can always just
No, that's the
beat up,
thing.
like, just beat up these people.
He has minions, and that's what's great about Triple H is that, you know, he started out doing that. He had Degeneration X, you know, and he had his buddy with Shawn Michaels, but then he also had his little merry men around him and stuff, and that's what happened with Evolution when he started Evolution.
I'm X-Pac.
Yeah. And no one remembers X-Pac. It's just like,
Did you find the match?
So the matches that will be at Backlash will be Bad Bunny versus Damian Priest
I'm hyped, dude. Bad Bunny.
in a San Juan street fight.
Hell yeah, dude.
What does that even mean?
It means judo sticks and tables, dude.
Yeah.
And Bad
No,
Bunny
I-
will probably get
Yeah.
thrown off another ladder. That's going to be
what,
fun.
What I
Yeah.
want them to get a belt and just tie their hands together.
it's
just
a
punch
street
each other
fight,
in
bro.
the face.
It's a street fight.
Then we got Bianca Blair versus what's her name? Io Sky
Uh-huh.
for the singles Raw Women's Championship.
Bianca Blair keeps that one.
Yeah, and then we got a triple threat match for the United States Championship. We got Austin Theory versus Bobby Lashley and Bronson Reed. I
Good.
love Bronson Reed, dude.
Good, because you know what?
He's a big dude.
Isn't Bronson Reed, isn't he married to the girl that does the announcements?
I think so.
Yeah.
Then we got just a singles match. We got Seth freaking Rollins versus Umas. Which is, again, look, this is him standing over the top rope. That's just, he's a big dude. That's going to be an interesting match, honestly.
It's going to be great.
We got Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar.
It's a Brock Lesnar
Brock
win.
Lesnar, dude. He's so huge.
Monster.
Look, see, dude. And then every time he's
The
in
photo can't even show him.
yeah, and
Somebody took a photo with a
Dude,
normal camera and it
telling
cut
you.
off the top of his head.
dude, I'm telling you, whenever he is in the Royal Rumble, he is mowing through people. He's like, because they come out every 90 seconds, and he just throws them out, and he's just waiting. He just throws them out, and he's waiting. And stuff.
Oh, for Royal Rumble
yeah,
matches,
for Royal
he's just
Rumble
there,
matches,
dude.
yeah. Whenever he's in there, I'm like, dude, he's gonna be the one that's just gonna eliminate everyone.
And then he
stuff.
choke slams someone.
Yeah.
Just out of nowhere.
He's crazy. It's so great when he's ever in the Royal Rumble. Then we got, I guess this is the main event. It's a 6-man tag team match. This is not for the tag team titles at all. We got Matt Riddle. Then we got Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus the Bloodline, and with Solo Suko as well too.
Here's the thing I don't understand. That's a triple threat match, right?
No.
Or it's a tag team.
It's a 6-man tag team.
Six-man
match.
tag team, right?
So
Tonight,
it's
we
this
haven't seen SmackDown yet, so this Friday. So there's a lot that's going on because the draft is tonight,
Draft is tonight, and then
and
also
then Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, and then tonight, what's happening right now is that they're having a tag team title match. They're
A rematch.
Yeah, the Usos are cashing in their rematch
Now,
at WrestleMania.
here's the thing: if the Usos win the tag team title back, that is stupid.
So
No,
what,
it's
what is,
ridiculous.
so what
Stupid
exactly
writing.
do you think of the actual draft, seeing as it did happen today?
I'm
I've seen.
excited.
I'm really excited from what I've seen as of right now. I am happy that certain wrestlers are going where they're at, and
Who's
I'm
going
hoping.
Well, there's already. We've been trying not to spoil it.
Yeah, he doesn't want to know right away. That's
So yeah, because I don't. I want to watch it.
Yeah, we also have to make content.
Yeah, I know. We'll talk about it next week when it's actually in development.
well. Then by next week,
have Monday Night Raw.
Backlash is going to be happening next week. As
Yeah,
well, too.
exactly. So here's the thing.
I feel like you don't understand how content works.
No, I understand how content works.
no, you
All
don't.
I know is that Roman Reigns is in SmackDown now,
Yeah.
and there's someone.
Cody Rhodes is on Raw.
He's on Raw.
He's on Raw now. Yeah, I saw that one.
That's stupid.
Yeah, I thought he was already on Raw.
That is stupid.
But he's stuck
so then
on
you're
Raw.
separating the
So,
title matches.
That's the thing, and I think what they're doing. This is why I'm thinking they're going to give Cody Rhodes the World Heavyweight title
And
because
what,
he's
Roman
on Raw.
Reigns keeps
And
the other one?
Yeah, he keeps the other 2 on SmackDown.
But then that doesn't finish the story.
No, it doesn't. But you're gonna have a big title in each show. That's how you do that.
No, unless the bigger show is he breaks the rules.
And actually, they're making something interesting. I think they're setting up Rhea Ripley because the Bianca Belair, she's the Raw Women's Champion. She just got drafted to SmackDown. And I think they're going to have Rhea Ripley be the undisputed Women's Champion.
Now, when we say that it was a draft, would you say more it's we just told everybody where they were going?
Yes.
No, that's how it is. No, honestly.
Okay, yes, but we want to be involved in the story, okay?
That's the thing. No. Honestly, I mean, we all know wrestling, it's all staged and stuff like
No,
that.
it's not.
It's very staged. It's very story based when it becomes behind the scenes and
ruin
stuff
it
like
for
that.
me.
I'm just saying, they
gonna
know
have to talk later.
Rhea Ripley is the biggest women's wrestler right now in the business.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone loves
Well
Rhea
deserved,
Ripley.
too.
Yeah. I simp over her. No lie.
Dude,
and
my favorite thing
yeah.
when she did to Charlotte Flair was when she did the suplex on her.
Oh, and then
Charlotte Flair just
yeah.
face plants on there. I'm like, bruh.
She is a great athlete. And I think what they're doing is that they're going to make her the undisputed women's championship.
So they're taking the title from Bianca Belair.
Yeah, I think so. Because she's been champion for a while now.
But Bianca Belair's so good, dude.
Well, she's had her chance. She's not as big as Rhea. That's the thing.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
But
well,
yeah,
we'll see what happens. We'll talk about it more next week. But we got to move on to another topic.
Next week, too, as well, really quick. Free Comic Book Day will be on Saturday, guys.
Saturday, May 4th?
May 6th.
6th.
Yeah, May 6th. We'll be here.
Saturday,
9 a.m. through 7 p.m. Basically, same sale as last time. 50% off all of the comic books here at Undercity Comics, and 30% off anything that's not a comic book. That's just pop figures, action figures, and stuff in the statue case. Yes, Brian's eyeballing his little poster that I have saved for it right now.
Brian's like,
that is 30% off too, Brian.
Yeah, Brian's like, oh, how much stuff do I have back here?
So, yes.
Actually, do I have anything back? I don't have anything.
No, I think you behaved yourself.
Pops too. Look at that.
I'm just waiting for the sale.
I was surprised Susan hasn't just sold them already.
Well, because I told, like, man, there's deals, okay? Yeah. That's all I'm gonna say.
So yeah,
I think I bought it. Did I buy everything? That was mine. I had back here.
Yeah. You don't have any pops back here unless you want to buy a shiny Todoroki or a golden All Might.
Actually, you know what? I
get
did
for
want
30% off.
If you're in the area,
I did want
come support.
to get a golden All Might.
Yeah.
No, I will say, come support Free Comic Book Day.
Yeah.
Here at Undercity Comics. The sale goes all weekend, right?
I'm not too sure. I haven't talked to Susan about that.
Cool.
Most
We'll keep 'em
likely,
posted.
yeah. Most likely she'll keep it all weekend.
Every year it's usually all
Yeah.
weekend.
We'll post it on the IG, so follow us on social.
But
Yeah.
even though it's all weekend, it's also as supplies last.
Yes.
So if you come that first day for Free Comic Book Day, you're gonna have a better selection than if you come Sunday.
Will you guys be here? Or?
Yes.
Come meet the nerds if you want to try to get in here and talk to Nick, talk to Brian, or
I know this year I'll actually be here in the morning.
Oh.
What was I doing last year?
I don't know.
Oh no, you were doing
I was doing
sleeping.
something.
You came by later though.
I came by later, but what was I
Yeah,
doing?
Don't say meet the nerds now. I have to like have an
a meet and
expectation.
greet.
Meet and greet's like,
You want to do a meet and greet, guys?
No, I'm gonna be bumming it. Because no one,
I'm gonna be waking up.
I'm gonna call it in.
I'm gonna be in flip flops, some sweats.
Not appealing.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably not have showered.
You should bring Monica, because Mandy will be here.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I'll let them talk.
Yeah.
Free Comic Book Day.
Free
May
Comic Book Day,
6th.
guys. Yeah.
Come support.
I'll allow her.
Because
to
if
have
it
fun.
wasn't for Undercity, we wouldn't have this podcast.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
So yeah.
Mhm.
Moving on. Last topic
Yes.
of the show. We got about 10 to 15 minutes to talk
Sure.
about it. So let's go ahead and talk about The Flash. The reason why is because it was premiered at CinemaCon.
They did. Yeah, they did premiere it at CinemaCon.
Let's
They showed
do long story short here. Release the movie. At this
No, seriously.
Release the movie.
No, we're
I
being
don't
completely
care.
serious. Like, we can't wait till June.
Yeah,
like,
no, Renee and I were having this conversation because you posted. I haven't even seen the new trailer.
I feel
don't
like it
care.
just keeps getting re-edited. That's why.
Dude, the amount of
I
times
sent the Japanese trailer in, which is a completely different vibe.
trailer?
Yeah, it's a completely different vibe of how America is promoting the trailer.
Well,
you
yeah.
mean, hey, I know this is The Flash. I know this movie's called The Flash, but do you remember Batman?
Yeah, that's the selling point in this whole movie when it's being like shown in America.
Look at
It's
Batman.
Batman. Oh, look, he said the lines. He said it. Like,
Remember the Batman of your era?
Yeah.
That's Batman. That's
Remember this-
Batman.
You ever wanted a
Michael Keaton.
You ever wanted a sequel to Batman Returns?
Yeah.
Well, this is Batman
Returns.
Batman comeback.
Yeah, man, that's what happens when he escapes. When he
He even
escapes the
says-
senior citizen home.
Yeah, he even says the one that's like, "You want to get nuts?
You want to get nuts?
Let's get
nuts.
That's the thing.
Batman
I-
wakes
He's
up.
in the Batcave. He's just like this. He's like, "Want to get nuts? Let's
Is this
get
in the new
nuts."
trailer?
Yeah, in
Yeah,
the
it's
new
in the new
trailer.
trailer.
I don't want a new trailer. I just want to watch the movie. Look, we're on agreement here.
They're showing the same
Release-
scene like 40 different times. It's literally the same scene, and then they'll go like through like 5 seconds more.
It'll
5
get
seconds
to
more.
the point where even the cameos will not be as interesting because it'll be like, oh, okay.
Well, the
Speaking
thing
of
is
cameos.
yeah, because the thing is that like everybody already knows that there's cameos inside of it while he's running, and
You don't say.
But the problem is that I would love to have not known that they were going to be cameos. I would have loved that to have been
That
in the
sucks.
theater.
This movie's been in development for years.
I know, and
Years.
that's the problem.
Remember back when you could stand up straight and not have your back hurt? That's when this movie was announced. Remember the good old days
I
of the
can
early
s-
20s?
I can still do that.
Remember?
You old man. The fact that
grumpy?
your back, yeah, I know, you grumpy old man. Jesus Christ, your back
Remember when
hurts you when you
remember
stand.
when the Zoomers weren't a thing?
Oh man, that's
Remember the
So
life
great.
before COVID? That's when this movie was announced.
I think it was 2013. wasn't
No, it was. Yeah, no, it
I think it
was.
was 2012. Oh, that's right.
This movie
The-
was announced before Justice League came out.
no.
Like,
the Flash was in its second season.
What?
The Flash was in its second season when this movie was.
Bruh.
Everybody was going like, "Oh, that was why there was so much controversy." Where they were like,
We were still
"Oh, yeah."
using words like fleek.
But
oh
that
my
was-
God!
no,
Wait, what? Is
but
that a real thing?
That was the reason why when they were like, "Oh
didn't
yeah,
last.
the Flash movie is just going to be season 1 of the Flash."
Yeah.
and everybody was like, "Why? We just did that. Like that makes no sense. Like why would we just rehash the story we literally just
See,
told?"
The reason the Flash took so long to produce is because they were actually trying to tap into the Speed Force, and they did it. So now they're filming Speed Force to make this happen. That's why it took so long.
You know what? I
don't tell me
love-
this. Wait, don't tell me that this film has been in production for 10 years.
It is.
It has. And longer before
You
that.
tell
It
me
was
your back doesn't hurt.
No, dude, I'm not an old man. What is wrong with you?
the movie was in development when
I
people
may
were
have
saying
gray hair, but
when people were
Jesus.
saying fire. You know?
Oh, bro.
On God, dude. On God.
yeah.
On God.
On
who was
God.
saying
Or
that?
YOLO.
No, On God is new.
Is it
On
really?
God, no cap. Yeah.
On God, no cap.
Can we
On God,
please
for real.
stop? Just stop. I dislike both of you right now.
Shut up, old man.
I already have to
Shut your
deal.
mouth.
I have to deal with kids all day.
What is
Okay.
the one term you hate hearing with when it comes to kids? Dealing with
Huh?
kids. What is the one term that like Gen Zs say that you're just kind of like?
On God.
No.
Because my niece is starting to pick up on certain terms, and it's starting to piss me off when I go home. Like,
You know what? Actually, a lot of my kids don't use it anymore.
oh really?
A lot of my kids don't use that use it anymore because I was
That's for old people. You
No.
shut your mouth.
no
You
because,
shut up.
No, because I think they said it to me like once or twice, and I was like,
What?
"Do you know English?"
Yeah.
And so they like they don't really use it all that much.
There'll come a time when they won't use the English language anymore. They'll just speak in emojis.
Honestly, I
so
kinda
my
believe
niece
that.
uses cray cray.
Cray
That's-
cray.
that's-
That's not
that's an
bad.
old
That's an
term.
oldie.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
an oldie.
That's a throwback term for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is like
She-
less
yeah.
than 5 years
You
ago.
know
Whenever
what?
the cat goes running around,
It
she
was the
like, oh
weird-
no, the
cray
cat's acting cray cray.
Weirdest thing in the world is when I had to explain what 411 was.
Ooh.
Because I walked into the classroom and I was like, "What's a 411?" And they were like, "What in the world is that?" And I'm
What
like,
did you just say?
I was like, "Well, back in the day, if you needed information on something, how did you get it?" And they were like, "You Googled it." And I was like, "This is before Google." They were like,
This
"There was
is
a
what
time
the
before
Flash has
Google."
done to us.
We use the encyclopedias. Like,
Yeah.
This is what the Flash has done to us. Now we have to look back at our time. This is how long it's been in production.
Well-
So, cameos.
oh yeah, here.
Cameos. So, there was a piece of information that came out. Director comes out of CinemaCon and starts talking about the different
Yes.
cameos that
Yeah.
would have been in the film. Here's the thing. I don't understand why you would start talking about this is
Cameos that could have been.
cameos that could have
Yeah,
been a month and a
that's
half
true.
before the release of this movie. Because now I'm looking at it going like, then what cameos are you holding on to? Because
Gal Gadot,
I
Henry
get
Cavill.
that, but like those cameos
Which
that he
is-
talked about that
no.
are cut are pretty good cameos.
Which was funny because those are the cameos they said they were originally gonna scrap. Was Gal Gadot, Henry Cavill.
Because those are apparently the ones that they kept.
So what are the cameos that they cut?
So the cameos that they cut was the Marlon Brando's Jor-El, Linda
been
Carter's
sick.
Wonder Woman,
That also would have been cool.
Briggs Meredith, Penguin, and Cesar Romero's. Oh, this is all Batman 66. And Cesar Romero's Joker. Grant Gustin's Flash was scrapped from the film.
They're banger cameos.
Yeah, but and also I would have loved to have seen Grant Gustin, because inside of Crisis there was that Grant Gustin.
There was that
Ezra,
moment that they met.
where they meet, and I would have loved to have like seen it from this Barry Allen side coming over. That would have been really cool to watch. It's not there. Also, I thought it would have been cool just kind of send off, our Flash properly.
Flash. He's not my Flash.
No, but I mean, he's held the title. He's held the moniker for
the Snyder Flash.
The Snyder Flash.
Yeah.
Thank you. He's not our Flash.
No, I'm not talking about this Flash. I'm talking about Grant Gustin.
Oh, okay.
That's my Flash.
That's my boy.
No, but I mean,
That's my boy.
well, I mean, he's held the moniker longer
That's
than
my
even,
son.
He's held the moniker longer than even John Wesley Shipp.
He doesn't make the appearance in the Flash movie. Just Nick going like, my boy. That's my son.
Why is that such a good meme, man?
It's been years and it's still a classic, dude. Oh my God.
I don't even know what
The
to say.
director lied. Grant Gustin's in the movie. That's my boy.
You know what? Honestly, if I don't, for this movie, it looks like it's gonna be good. People are saying it's gonna be good.
You're still thinking about it, aren't you?
I just love the fact that Nick doesn't want to participate in this
I
joke.
don't. I really don't. I mean, this movie's already a train wreck. I don't even know where it goes after.
Here's
That's
the
the
thing
thing,
is that it's like they've premiered. Okay, I feel like this movie has gone through so many different rewrites, so many forms of production, so many different cuts.
So many
And it's also
reshoots as well too.
I feel like it's also premiered so many different times.
It's already premiered like 7 times.
Yeah, and I'm just like, just release it then. Like, I get it. If it's already released at CinemaCon, why are we waiting till June?
It's already been released to movie reviewers.
So
too.
then
I'm
just
assuming
release
like
it.
5% of the population is probably.
We're
seeing
gonna
it.
go watch it.
Yeah.
We're gonna go.
Yeah.
We just don't want it spoiled. We want to just know, because that's the stupid thing about it is when a movie just gets trailer after trailer after trailer after trailer. You're gonna sit in a movie for 2 hours, already knowing what's happening, and then you're gonna walk out going like,
It was good.
"All right."
See, and I think the reason why we're acting like this is because DC or Warner Brothers don't know that basically after this movie, nothing else matters. There's no continuation after this. There's no,
As far as we know.
yeah, as far as we know, there's no going to be, Ezra Miller's not coming back, obviously, for obvious reasons.
Well, that was the thing though, is they asked about Ezra Miller and they were like, "Oh, well, he's getting treatment.
That's it.
He's making."
Yeah.
He's,
Well,
he's
James
making
Gunn
the
also
right-
made that statement as
Yeah,
well.
he's making paths to seek treatment.
Yeah, and again, and that goes back to me saying that the reason why they don't want to say he's fired is because if they say it before the movie comes out, he's going to do something. He's very, very
Volatile.
unstable. Yeah, he could for all we know, he could post spoilers of the movie on his Instagram or Twitter. If he's told, "Hey, man, you're not going to come back."
No,
Yeah,
No, let's see about that.
no, because you know what? As much as he's insane, he's not crazy. Like he's not gonna Joe like, "Oh, I'm gonna jeopardize my entire well-being."
Okay, so this is the part where we
Like,
disassociate
spending
ourselves
money.
from Nick.
No, you really think that he's on like a huge NDA? You think if he spoiled anything, you wouldn't get fined?
The man
or
had a
sued?
farm of people.
of children.
Yeah.
He's trying to get children.
So
in
does
And you're
there.
Jared
saying that's
Leto.
But he pays people for
And
that.
so does Jared Leto, and we still let him be in
Why
things.
are you defending him?
I'm not defending anyone. You're not ally.
He's getting defensive. That's not his boy. That's not his son.
That's not my son. That's not my boy.
I hate you. I really do. I've had it up to here with you.
Oh my god! I wonder if people who listen to us actually laugh with us at these jokes, dude.
Probably do.
There's some jokes that I re-listen to and I'm just like cracking up that I have to stop driving. Like I don't want to crash.
Because you're watching. You can't do that.
I'm not watching. I listen. I'm not you. Okay. I don't go like, my name's Nicholas Valero. I watch Hulu while I drive.
First off,
That's a spot-on impression, by the way.
Was it really?
No, I'm kidding. That was terrible.
First off, I don't just keep repeating my name
I'm Nicholas Valero.
as I drive. That's
Nicholas Valero.
I don't even call myself Nicholas.
yeah, that's some psychopathic stuff. That's like I got a body in the trunk.
All right, Kris Kringle, relax. All right.
Hey,
What?
you're on the naughty list.
Overall, I feel like the information that was released with the Flash, I think we're over and done with it at this point. There's really not much. There's like they're running a very thin line of like any more information comes out. There's no point in watching this movie because we might as well just read a synopsis of it.
The idea. I mean, the video. I mean, the image that you showed earlier, where it looks like the two Flashes are fighting,
Or like having a disagreement.
Yeah, like they're having a disagreement, and then you can see that the red Batman suit, because of he's moving so fast, the paint's coming off of it, so it's turning black again. And then like Rene was even going like, yeah, this is the villain. Like it's young Barry versus our Barry.
Yeah.
But I was kind of
Your Barry.
But the thing that
I hate you.
anyway, but the thing is that if you do it where it's Barry versus Barry,
Versus Barry.
it really does shortchange the whole mom being murdered.
Yeah.
It really does shortchange it because the idea of Reverse Flash going back in time and trying to murder Barry Allen really solidifies that whole like vengeance.
And I think that's why the movie's not great.
But everyone
That's
says
part
it's
of
good.
because it's good as of like action sequences and where they were going, and I feel like
There
once
would be
it when
ideas
it's
there.
and once it gets to like the reveal
Who the villain
of
is?
who the true villain is, that's where it falls short.
Well, because that's the thing though, because you don't see the Reverse Flash in Flashpoint until maybe the last like 10, 15
The
pages.
climax of the movie.
Like the climax of it, and that's when he shows up and he goes,
The
"You
movie,
did this."
the animated movie is kind of like 90% accurate to the comic books, right?
More or less.
Yeah.
But But the thing is that I like the idea of Reverse Flash showing up and just kind of going like, "I didn't do anything. You did this.
Yeah. You're the villain of the story.
You're the
Barry.
villain of the story,
It
Barry.
technically is, yeah.
Yeah, like you did all this.
Yeah.
Like this, I didn't change a dang thing. You changed this. This is your fault. And now, in order for you to save the world, Barry, you're gonna have to let your mom die, and you're gonna have to watch me kill her." And it's such a hard thing because even if you watch season 1 of The Flash, that's a hard thing for you to watch. Of like that scene where he opens the door, sees Reverse Flash over her with his hand vibrating, and you see him close the door and like fall
realizing
behind
he
it
has to let this happen.
and realize I have to let her die. And it's such a hard thing to kind of like witness. If you don't have that necessarily in this movie, you know, that weight, I feel like it just kind of just goes flat.
So
It doesn't end well.
to wrap it up, I will say that because IGN has kind of been putting stuff here and there for CinemaCon, and they've kind of done little shorts on their Instagram talking about like the stuff that they've been seeing, right? There was one reel that they posted where they said like, what do you need to watch for this movie? If you follow anything Snyderverse, you're set for this movie. Cool. My thing is this. If IGN is covering this, right, and the person who is doing all this work to cover the movie is saying that it's good, you can't score this movie lower than a 7. And that's my problem. Because if you're
What did they score? Or they haven't scored it yet?
They haven't scored it, but they've been saying that it's a good movie. That you'll love the cameos, you'll love the action, and it's a movie to be excited for. And I'm like, awesome.
I think it's an 8. It's probably going to be an 8.
It's going to be a 7. I think it's going to be a 7 because I do agree with Rene in the sense that this movie hasn't been fleshed out 100%. That there's still a lot of work that they could be doing.
That's the thing though, is that because I feel like they needed, honestly, you know what would have been awesome for this movie? Evil Jason Momoa. That would have been sick.
No, an evil Aquaman would have made it really interesting.
That would have made this really cool. Like evil, like could you imagine an entire movie where it's evil Aquaman versus, evil Jason Momoa versus evil Gal Gadot?
Unhinged Gal Gadot.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and then you have
And then they have the sex.
no, because like one, that is actually a
evil
thing.
sex.
But I do love like the scene where she kills the Shazam kids.
Yeah.
Like that's
Rippity
insane,
rip, dude.
Like that's
We're
insane.
not gonna get that.
Yeah, we're not gonna get that. Where she's just murdering, or
Just
like
kills Barry. Yeah.
yeah, just like murders. Yeah, just murders Barry, murders Mira because like Mira finds out and she chops her head off.
Everyone would have loved that now.
Yeah, that would be, yeah,
The
like
Flashpoint
that-
movie's freaking weird,
See,
dude.
and then I want that for me emotionally. I want that part where Barry is running in the end of the movie, and then goes into the Speed Force, and stops himself from running because it's a very emotional scene.
Yeah,
where
it is, where he's just
he's
yelling
running
at
from the
Barry.
nuclear bomb. And he's trying to outrun the nuclear bomb and trying to tap back into the Speed Force.
and he's and not only that, but also he's like yelling at himself to stop. Where he's just like, Barry, stop, stop, Barry. Not only that, but also it's cool that we have Michael Keaton. I love the idea that we have Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
But you would have wanted a Thomas Wayne.
I wanted Thomas Wayne. I think having a Thomas Wayne would have been more impactful.
It's so weird because Warner Brothers is just like they took aspects of you could tell they took aspects of the Flashpoint like comic book and they're like, well, we could do a Thomas Wayne, but let's just bring back Michael Keaton because that's gonna sell.
That's a
you know?
throwback.
no,
yeah.
but I think
They're expecting the sell of the hardcore hits rather than the emotional
But
parts
the
of
thing
it.
is that Snyder perfectly casted
Oh yeah.
a great Thomas Wayne
Uh-huh.
to play him. Because it was the dude who plays oh my god, he plays the Winchester's
Negan.
dad.
Yeah, he was also Negan in Walking
Yeah.
Dead. Yeah.
I forget his name.
I forgot his name too. I don't know why it's leaving me.
But anyway, the actor that they got to play Thomas Wayne, like people even did like artwork as him as Thomas Wayne for the Flashpoint movie when they were like, oh, we're gonna do the Flashpoint, going like, oh my god, him as like gun, like just like this like
Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Yeah, Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Batman, and he's just like this gunslinging, no nonsense kind of Batman with like the red circle and everything. That would be sick.
Yeah.
That would be so cool.
If they do the note that gets delivered to Bruce
Doesn't make
Wayne,
sense.
it would not make sense.
No, they can't do that.
They
You
can't.
can't do
it.
it anymore because and that's the thing though is that
And that
Batman
was the emotional part for me.
that is because it's that what was it, and you can't have because I think that would be such a great scene to end on is that of you seeing Ben Affleck crying just like
Oh, I love the line where he's just like, "What
you're
does he
one
tell?"
hell of a messenger, Barry.
Yeah.
And like he runs off and he just kind of goes like and then just starts running.
Yeah.
That's a great scene. That's a great scene not only in the movie but also it was a great scene in the comic.
Yeah.
And you were like, oh my god, like Batman got emotional from seeing his dad's writing, and it's so impact. Not only that, but also, if this is the last time we're gonna see Ben Affleck, that would be an amazing way to
That
send
would have
him
been a good
off.
send off, yeah.
That would be such a cool way to send him off with Jeffrey Dean Morgan's handwriting.
In conclusion,
The Flash isn't gonna be as good as it could be.
release
No.
the movie. Release the movie.
Yeah.
Release
we're
the
gonna-
cut. Release the Snyder. No, we already did that. Release the.
Release the David Ayer cut. No, we don't want that.
No,
we don't want
no,
that.
it's all
Yeah,
good.
no one wants
More portals in there.
We got to wrap up this issue. Thank you so much for joining us here at Keeping Up with the Nerds. Don't forget to follow our socials on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Don't forget to follow us on our audio platforms, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and Podbean. Also, don't forget to check out our website at keepingupwiththenerds.com. And if you are not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, why not? There are videos coming out where we talk about the Santa Fe Springs Art Festival, the CinemaCon news as well, and our opinions on our favorite parts of the announcement, because there's a lot that wasn't even talked about here on the show, because there was a lot to talk about this time around, even though we said that there wasn't. So go subscribe. Go follow us. Let us know what you guys think, and comment down below if you have already been watching us here on YouTube. What are your favorite parts about the show so far? What did you think about CinemaCon? What did you think about the comic strip things that we talked about? And are you excited for the Flash movie? Because I think we still are, but it's slowly dying out. And leave a like as well. All right. With that said,
I'm also just exhausted.
Of like Flash.
just the news.
Just seeing it. Like every week, there's new news on it. So
There's a new trailer every week.
Yeah, kind of.
Every week, it's one frame that gets released. Every day until it releases one frame.
If you play it all back, if you play it backwards,
The whole movie.
The whole movie. Rene, take us away.
This has been Keep It Up with the Nerds, issue 146. My name is Rene.
Nick, this is Bryan.
Signing off from Undercity Comics. We'll see you all next time.
Bye.